south side tonight. The Southerners still undefeated on the season, but the Yellow Jackets always a matchup to watch and a good test for both squads.
Well, another game featuring two teams with winning records is the Monticello Billies. They will be at the Dumas Wildcats. Should be another interesting matchup.
Looking at 3A, Bismarck making a nice run at this point in the season, 3-1. They're a team that could sneak their way into that top 5 for 3A. They got a good test on the road this week against the Paris Eagles.
And I'm going to throw one more in there, one that I'm really interested in seeing, Green Forest versus Ozark. Definitely a game that most people wouldn't be expecting us to mention, but I like it.
Another one to look at, Chris, Marked Tree in 2A, still undefeated on the season. The Indians have a great test at home tonight, though, against a battle-tested Earl Bulldogs squad. Now we move on to our Arkansas Brighter Futures 529 Game of the Week, and we go to Northwest Arkansas, where the Fayetteville Bulldogs are hosting the Rogers Mounties. Chris, it looks like it's going to be a fantastic matchup between two teams that are still undefeated on the season. Rogers fresh off a big win a week ago. That's going to wrap up this week's edition of the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas High School Game Day Show. From 10 to midnight, Rex Nelson and Nate Olson will give you the latest scores and updates from around the state, as well as the newest Rex's Road to the Rock rankings. Tonight's broadcast has been brought to you by Simmons Bank, UAMS Health, Orthopedics, and Sports Medicine, Arkansas Delta Byways Regional Tourism, the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas, Hot Springs, Keep Arkansas Beautiful, Saracen Casino Resort in Pine Bluff, the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, Arkansas Brighter Futures 529, Lyon College, Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield, the University of Central Arkansas, Arkansas Game and Fish, Roller Funeral Home, Southern Arkansas University in Magnolia, Murphy Arts District in El Dorado, Ouachita Baptist University, and the Great American Conference.
Back to school.
This evening, the colors are presented by Russellville High School Junior ROTC. And now, the Star-Spangled Banner. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence and salute to our nation, our school, and the students participating in this event. Thank you. Please remain standing as the flag departs the field. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and once again, welcome to Siloam Stadium.
We welcome you if you're joining us on the live stream. We'll be joining the radio broadcast. As you know that we do a simulcast between a radio and live stream for the audio portion of this. I don't know if you're watching us on your computer. If you are, know that there's an EAB app, free app that you can always have to watch the stream on your mobile device. If you're watching on a mobile device, know that you can always go to youtube.com and search for Cyclone Booth. Either way, once you get on our page, if you'll click subscribe, it doesn't cost anything. What happens is that you're able to be alerted any time we go live, whether it's volleyball, basketball, football, anything. You'll give an alert as soon as we go live, so that's always good to have, and we appreciate if you subscribe to us to drive up our subscriptions. We'll be joining the radio broadcast with Coach Wheeler right now. About the tough loss last week at Mountain Home, and how his team is bouncing back from that.
Our kids played really well and played hard. I think played hard maybe better is a better word than played really well, because we didn't play all that well on offense. And I feel like right now we're in that point of the season where it's either going to go one way or the other, and we're either going to start winning games and start feeling good about ourselves and to gain confidence, or it's going to be a struggle all the way out. And I think this game's the big pendulum swing. I think this is the start of it, one way or the other. And we talked about that this week. And I think our kids have enough poise and have enough confidence from experiences that most of these kids have over the last 2 years, where I think they could come out and win this thing. I really do. And I think they believe they can. And I think that's probably the key to it for what I see as a coach is, do your kids believe they can? Do they practice like they can? And that's what I've seen so far this week.
Coach, when you were here before as defensive coordinator and now as head coach, there's always stuff about your defense. Everybody knows that y'all hit hard and all that. But, golly, y'all take the ball away so many times. And is that something you coach? How does that always happen with teams you coach?
Yeah, it's I'm not sure when I was at Tech in 2004, I was D coordinator there. We had the record in the nation, Division II, in the whole United States for most turnovers and most sacks. And I think a lot of it has to do with how you approach the beginning of the year, because turnovers, both offensively and defensively, is like a virus. And once you catch it, it just takes hold, and it becomes a fire, and it just becomes easier to get more and more. Unfortunately, on the other side of the ball, it's the same way. You start turning the ball over offensively, all of a sudden, it becomes something you can't stop. You just keep fumbling, whatever. And that happened to us in 04. In 04, we were really good. We were 9-0, playing UCA down there at their place, and we lost triple overtime. We turned the ball over 6 times, and we got 5 turnovers back, but they got 6, and we lost on the last play of the game in triple overtime. And the next 2 games we played in the playoffs against Catawba, and then we played in the playoffs down in Georgia at Albany State, and we turned the ball over 11 more times in 2 games. So we turned the ball over 17 times in 3 games. And, it takes its toll. Mm-hmm. Now, we were able to beat Catawba with 4 turnovers in the first-round playoff game, but what I'm getting at, what I'm driving at, it's a contagious thing. Both sides of the football. When you're getting a lot of them, man, it just seems like you get more and more, and when you start losing them and start giving the ball away, it just seems like you can't ever stop. And so right now, defensively, we're starting to gain and get more and more each week. We're starting to do a pretty good job of getting turnovers. We're doing a good job of causing fumbles, and we're finding them. And sad thing is, last Friday night we had 5 turnovers, but on defense, but there was 4 more that we should have got. There's 4 more that we could have got. We didn't get them. So there's still opportunities out there, and we got to take more advantage of those and get more of them. But I think the biggest thing about turnovers is it's contagious. So you got to preach it early and make your kids really aware of it, and try to be very conscious of getting them the first 2 or 3 games of the year. And if you do, I think you'll see that you'll end up getting more and more as you go.
As you're in conference season, do you allow yourself to look at what everybody else in the conference is doing and standings-wise, anything like that, or do you only look at the game you're playing?
I usually just look at the game I'm playing, but I'm aware of what's going on. I don't know everybody's record, but I know where we're at and what we need to do to get to a better spot or to be where we need to be at the end. I mean, I know what that is. I know where we need to be. And like I told our kids, there is still the possibility of us playing a first-round home game. Mm-hmm. We can still play at home. We just got to get on the track. We just got to win a game. We got to win the first. I told them, we're going to have to win 4 out of the last 5. I said, but you can't win 4 if you don't win 3. You can't win 3 if you don't win 2. You can't win 2 if you don't win 1. You got to win the first one. Mm-hmm. At some point, you got to win a game. And we got to get back on that track. We got to get back that locomotive running. And that's one of the things we preached about the last couple of days here in practice. What I talked about after practice today was just, taking care of one thing at a time, taking care of the first drive, taking care of the ball the first time, making that first block, making that first catch, making that first throw, making that first tackle, making that first block, and that first big return. Just concentrating on the one thing in front of you and doing the one thing at a time to get to that first win. And if we do that, then we can look down the road and look for the second one.
That's Dave Weeder. We'll take a look at the history between these 2 teams when our pregame show continues.
I am a teacher.
I am a banker.
I'm a father.
I am a mother.
I'm Muskie Harris, former Arkansas Razorback. I have 26 years of recovery. Meth does not discriminate. Choose your natural state.
We choose me over meth.
55,000 fans having a good time. 385 with a deadly secret. Meth kills more Arkansans per year than cocaine and heroin combined. Help stop this epidemic before it's too late. Choose your natural state. Choose me over meth.
Are you looking for a great place to work that offers great pay and benefits, where you can make an impact in a safe, clean environment? ConAgra is looking for motivated, energetic people to join their team. ConAgra is recruiting industrial maintenance technicians to fill openings on all shifts. Positions start at $25.61 an hour plus a shift differential. Experience is required, so for immediate consideration, apply online at ConAgraBrands.com/careers. That's ConAgraBrands.com/careers. ConAgra is an equal opportunity employer.
A lot of cities claim to be unique, but are they really? Were they the off-season playground for legends like Babe Ruth and Al Capone? Do they sell beer made from thermal spring water that comes straight from the ground below? Do any of these places have a street that has a gangster museum on one side of the road and a national park on the other? Let me go ahead and answer that for you. They don't, because none of them are Hot Springs, Arkansas. For more info, visit hotsprings.org.
I'm Rex Nelson. As a native Arkansan, I take pride in our state's natural beauty. And as someone who has been in all 75 counties, I've seen how prevalent litter is across our state. It's time for people to clean up our state for those who live here and to enhance Arkansas's image for those wanting to visit. Let's clean up Arkansas. Visit KeepArkansasBeautiful.com to do your part and get involved.
This message brought to you by this station, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and the Keep Arkansas Beautiful Commission.
Welcome back to the Cyclone Coaches Show. This is the 12th meeting between Russellville and Siloam Springs. Last year, it was a 55-14 victory for the Crimson Cyclones. Russell scored 5 touchdowns in the first quarter, with 3 of the touchdown drives being from 35 yards or less.
Russellville created 3 turnovers and threw for 4 touchdowns in the game. Tracy Daniels rushed for 125 yards in the game. Those 55 points last year against Siloam was the most points a Russellville offense has scored since 2017, when the Cyclones also scored 55, and that too was against Siloam Springs. The Cyclones are 8-3 against Siloam Springs all time, playing each of the past 11 years in a row. Last year was the first time the series that this game was not on the final regular season game for either team. Brandon Craig is the head coach for the Panthers. He was the athletic director at Aluga High School in Oklahoma before coming to Arkansas to coach the Panthers 6 years ago. Their last victory for Siloam was 2 years ago on September 17, 2021. Although the last winning season for the Panthers was in 2011, Siloam did make the playoffs 3 years ago, even won a playoff game in 2019. Coming up next, we'll move to our Lexicon pregame show from Cyclone Stadium in Russellville. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Legendary coach Paul Bear Bryant from Fordyce, Arkansas once said, "It's not the will to win that matters. Everyone has that. It's the will to prepare to win that matters." Congratulations to all the players and coaches who have put in the hours in the summer, in the weight room, in the film room, and on the practice field. I'm Congressman Bruce Westerman, and I approve this message because high school athletics prepares for victories on and off the field.
Paid for by Westerman for Congress.
These last few months have been difficult for us all. Life isn't the same, but Eastern Arkansas and the Arkansas Delta Byways region is ready to welcome visitors. Our partner attractions are working hard to make sure visitors stay safe. Many attractions have modified schedules, so make sure to check websites or call before visiting. Check out our new and improved website at deltabyways.com. Welcome back. We are open for business. All we need is you.
This ad paid with state and regional funds.
Russellville Cyclone Football on River Country KCJC is made possible in part by A Better Way Realty, Mr. Brake and Lube, Health Plan Lady, Alathus Realty, by Lexicon, ABC Children's Academy, Burris N2 Market, Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air, C&D Drug Store, Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, Centennial Bank, Arkansas Valley Farmers Association, Chicken Mart, by ConAgra, Community Service, Inc., E&F Roofing, First State Bank, by Feltner's, Lakeside Oral Facial and Dental Implant Surgery, Miller Roofing Company, Liberty Car Wash, Ridgewood Brothers, Phil Wright Autoplex, by River Valley Tinting and Glass, R&R Express, River Valley Tractor, Congressman Bruce Westerman, Mac Daddy's Old Town Meat and Eat, Greenway, Funky Town Mall, and by the Russellville School District. Russellville Football on River Country KCJC.
Welcome, friends. We're coming to you live from Cyclone Stadium, where it's 83 degrees. It's clear, and the conditions are perfect for some Cyclone football. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mickey Duval here on the Cyclone pregame show, sponsored by Lexicon. It's a Lexicon pregame show. Lexicon can help you reach your goals and success. Go to lexicon-inc.com/football to learn more. What's the Crimson Cyclones and Siloam Springs Panthers tonight? We welcome you if you're listening to us on 102.3, watching our stream on Cyclone Booth YouTube page. Remember, you can always do that through the EAB app. We have our media team, Chase Canfield, Maggie Duval, our engineer back at the studio, and Stephen Berry, and my color man for tonight, Aaron Duval. And what do you think about tonight's game?
Well, what the Cyclones need is to establish our running game. It's been absent for the last 2 or 3 games because the defense has been stacking the line against Daniels. And what we need to do is keep them from doing that. So we look for plays that will spread their defense, Siloam's defense away. So really Daniels can run, and then our offense will become more balanced, and that will be hard to defend, running and passing. But we've got to spread out their defense tonight.
Yeah, and it'll be a big matchup for Russellville just to get their first win. If they can do that, look, Russellville's got to be heavily favored. Siloam Springs has not won a game in 2 years, a 22-game losing streak. They're off to an 0-5 start, and they give 50 points or more on 3 conference games. We're going to move quickly and look at what's going on in our conference tonight. We tell you that last week, of course, Russell lost that heartbreaker against Mountain Home, 24-21. Little Rock Christian shocking PA. Not the fact that they beat them, but beat them so bad. Little Rock Christian 55, Pulaski Academy 13. Lake Hamilton all over the Siloam Springs team, 54-7. and it was Greenwood defeating Van Buren 61-17. And that moves us to take a look at our standings here as we're 3 games into this conference season. Of course, there's always going to be a team that has an off week, but Greenwood and Little Rock Christian both tied for the top spot at 3-0 in conference play. Greenbrier, surprise, they're 2-0. Lake Hamilton at 4th, 2-1. Pulaski Academy at 1-1 on the season. Mountain Home is at 1-2. And Van Buren, Silent Springs, and Russellville all winless in conference. Remember, the top 6 teams get to go to the playoffs. Check that. Yeah, the top 6 teams. But if you're that 3 or 4 seed, you get a first-round home playoff game. So that's your standings here in the 6A West. Looking at other conference action for tonight. Of course, we have this game. Greenbrier's at Greenwood, though. Mountain Home at Pulaski Academy. Van Buren visits Lake Hamilton, and Little Rock Christian is open tonight. Russellville's open week will be the last week of the season. We're going to take a break, come back with more of our Lexicon pregame show. Lexicon can help you reach your goals and success. Go to lexicon-inc.com/football to learn more. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
A solid roof for your business is key to keeping your employees, products, and valuables dry and clean. If you're experiencing roof leaks that are resulting in damaged equipment, stained ceilings, and walls, then don't let Mother Nature get the best of your business. The folks at E&F Roofing offer free commercial roof inspections, but their experience is priceless for your business, not to lose productivity and extend the life of your roof. So contact E&F Roofing today for a free commercial inspection at 479-272-4069.
Feltner's Athletes Corner half of half clearance sale is now in progress. Save half of half off footwear from Nike, Asics, Brooks, New Balance, Keen, and Chaco. Save half of half or more on apparel from the North Face, Columbia, Patagonia, Mountain Khaki, Kavoo, Under Armour, Nike, and many more. Feltner's Athletes Corner, 2320 West Main Street in Russellville. Open 9:30 to 6 Monday through Saturday. All sales during this special savings event are final.
College dreams come true at the University of Central Arkansas, especially now with the UCA commitment. This new program provides a debt-free pathway for tuition and fees for Arkansas students whose families earn $100,000 or less a year. And that impacts everything. It's fewer barriers and endless opportunities. Welcome to Bear Country. Learn more about the UCA commitment at uca.edu.
Simmons Bank, nominated by Forbes magazine as a top U.S. bank, takes great pride in investing in our friends and neighbors. For more than 100 years, we've worked to make our customers' dreams come true, earning trust with convenient and reliable financial tools, checking and savings accounts, home and consumer loans, small business loans, and low-rate credit cards. Wherever you are on your financial journey, we're there with you every step of the way. Simmons Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, subject to credit approval.
KCJC, Dartnell, Russellville.
You guys play the best country of all.
River Country. KCJC.
Siloam Springs has really struggled on offense, so they're only giving up, or they're only rushing for 120 yards and passing for 101, 224 yards per game. And I'll tell you, they don't average many points either, just 14 points per game. Russell's defense on the flip side is giving up a lot of yards per game. However, they're causing 16 turnovers, and that's always a good thing. Really being able to flip the field at times really help out their offense. Now, Siloam Springs is led by number 11, Dane Marlatt. He's a baseball player. He joins the team, and he's thrown for 442 yards, just 2 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. He's rushed for a little, doesn't rush very much at all. They basically run the football, and they try to do it with Jed Derwin, number 23. He has rushed for just under 400 yards and 3 touchdowns this season. They do have 3 receivers they send out the pattern. The main one is number 81, Cameron Stafford, although number 5, Quentin Motzinger, they believe is back at full strength tonight and probably can help the cause. But they really struggle to move the ball and score on offense. On defense, it's the flip side. They give up 400 yards per game and 47 points overall. We mentioned you in every conference game, they have given up 50 points or more. The Cyclones running out on the field. They're in their home red uniforms and black trim. We going to jump right in to our broadcast as it shows the minute less. Seems like they started this a little early tonight. That's okay. We're going to kick off a couple minutes faster than we normally do. This has been the Lexicon pregame show. Lexicon can help you reach your goals and successes. Go to lexicon-inc.com/football to learn more. We welcome you to the Alathus Realty broadcast booth. Alathus Realty, buying or selling your home has never been easier. Call your friends at Alathus Realty today. Siloam in all white. They have silver helmets, SS sometimes on the helmets. Sometimes they use the Panther. But again, they really struggle. 22 losses in a row, and all you care about is you don't want to be the one that breaks that string. It's been 2 years since they've won a football game. Russellville really has dominated this series, 8-3 overall, as this is the 12th meeting between the two teams. Brandon Craig is their coach. He was an athletic director in Aluga High School in Oklahoma before coming here. He's in his 6th season at Siloam Springs, just won 15 games in 6 years. He's lost 44. However, in 18 years of coaching, he's won 111 and lost 97. The Cyclones going to kick off to start the game. And we saw this last week as Armando Solis took over the kicking duties. Kircher Herring is done with football, separated his shoulder, second injury this year, but he quit on good terms. Coach Wheeler put his arm around him as he talked to the team, said he's just got to stay healthy, and we talked to Kircher tonight, said, I know it was a tough decision. He says, yeah, but I get to go to track sooner, because remember, he's a all-state pole vaulter. Solis looks like he's just going to take a 3-yard run up for the Cyclones. Russellville did have a wind at their back. It's died down a little bit, but that's enough. It's going to kick it all the way to the 15-yard line. Return man for Siloam is going to get pummeled at the 25-yard line, so a 10-yard return for the Panthers, and it looked like that was Motsinger that returned that kick.
Yeah, good coverage by the Cyclones. A team tackle led by number 36, Hanny. I think that's his name.
I tell you, they really struggle. I keep saying that they struggle on offense. However, they did rush for over 200 yards against Greenwood. And they had a big, long drive for a touchdown. Actually had a pick six in that game, too, but lost big, 55-14 to the Bulldogs. Russ will get a chance at the Bulldogs here in a few weeks. As we start, Marlott, the quarterback, is going to turn and hand it off to Alex Jed Derwin straight up the middle. He'll get a couple yards to the 28, and they like to try to grind it out and eat up the clock. And I tell you, Russellville likes to run the football, too. This may be a quick game.
Alex Derwin on the carry.
You get that clock moving in between, and no stops and starts because of incomplete passes. 2 yards on the pickup, and we see so many teams in this conference go fast. Siloam Springs the exact opposite. How many teams you see huddle on the second play of the game? They're going to huddle here with two receivers coming out to the left to tie it in to the right. Marlott sends a man in motion. Derwin, nothing there. He's going to kick it out to the right side, but nothing's there on the right side either. As Tracy Daniels coming up to make the stop.
And Sloan, number 9, was in on the tackle. Yeah, good. Wade Daniels came up very quickly.
3rd down and 8 for Siloam Springs. They gained nothing, really. I thought they lost about a half yard, but no, they gained nothing. They put them back at the 28-yard line, ball on the right hash mark. They're going to go to a 5-receiver look through, 4 receivers to the left side. Marlott back to pass. He's going to throw left side. It's complete across the 30. It's going to be stacked up. Doesn't even reach the 35, which that would have been a yard shy of the first down, and they're going to bring up 4th down. This is going to be a punting situation for Siloam Springs. As that went to their S-back there, Stuart Schwangener.
They're going for it.
They're going to go for it. At least looking at it now. Now, they do have 2 punters. One of them, Marlott can, and now we have a timeout Russellville. I don't know if they were ready for that. They're looking at, hey, 4th and 2. This team has nothing to lose. The Cyclones going to take a timeout here with 10:19 left to play in the first quarter. We have no score. 3 downs have picked up 8 yards for Siloam Springs. They're looking at 4th down here. Now, Russellville's defense can stop. They stop teams this season on 4th down 47% of the time. I do want to tell you something that we had mentioned last week with Mekhi Foster getting 10 career interceptions as he picked one up last week. We thought that was the record by Andrew Tryon and Caleb Gray, but actually the record is 11 by Mike Gailey, who graduated in 96. I believe in 95 was his senior season. So Mekhi one interception away from tying it, 2 away from breaking it. We do know that is official. Gailey reached out to us this week. We were able to confirm that. And so it's always good to know going ahead. And after the timeout, it does look that Siloam's going to go for it. 4th and 2 on their own 34-yard line. They're trying to get Russellville jump off sides. Russellville, he almost jumped in the neutral zone. A quick peek at the side judge and said, hey, they don't need to rush here. It looks like they're just trying to draw us off sides, maybe go with a quick kick. Marlott, no, they're gonna go for it. Derwin gets the call, and it's very close. He stopped, and I think if they give him the spot on the far side, I think he's got it. Man, they're not even going to measure. They're going to say he got it, and they're going to give him the first down. How about that? They go for it on 4th and 2, and they get exactly 2 yards. A first down for Siloam Springs. That surprises me, the way Russell's defense has played, but again, Siloam 0-4 on the season, 22-game losing streak. They feel like they're nothing to lose, and sometimes those teams are dangerous. 1st and 10 for the Panthers at their own 36-yard line. The wide receiver out to the right side is Quentin Monsinger, the one that's been injured. Change of play here by Dane Marlott, number 11. Derwin, the running back, he'll get the call once again. Nothing along the left side. He'll spin his way forward, maybe pick up a yard to the 37, but that's going to be it.
Yeah, they gave him a yard, but good game tackling by the Cyclones.
If you're listening to us on the radio, the running back, Jed Derwin, has one of those big horse collar type things right behind his helmet. It looks like a bruising fullback from back in the 70s, the way he's got his jersey pulled over it. He also plays linebacker for the Panthers. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Siloam Springs. Derwin, the running back, to the right of Marlott. They've yet to throw a pass. They're going, not that they threw one, they threw a second one here to the same receiver, Stuart Schwarninger, who is the S-back, the tight end. He gets open over the 40, and they're going to put him down at the 42. If so, that'll be about 5 yards shy of the first down.
And number 0 Thomas came up very quickly and made that tackle.
Look, they could take shots downfield with number 81 Cameron Stafford, for so far they're taking what they feel like the defense has given them and just quick little stop routes is what I call. You run 3 or 4 yards and stop. It's 3rd down and 4 officially.
Quarterback went out. Oh, they got the left-hander in there.
All right, their backup quarterback's Jonathan Hyde, number 7, but this isn't him. They're going to give it to the quarterback out of the Wildcat formation, and he'll get, boy, he may be lucky to get a yard. I don't see how he got the 43. That's what they're giving it to him. But I don't see how he was able to get that. I think that was Nathan Farman, but I'll have to wait and see. Was that number 29? No, it's 28. Braxton Majors.
Cyclones with a stop. It will bring up 4th down.
So he gets, what, a yard? They give him the 43. I'm surprised they gave him that. We have no score. 8 minutes, 22 seconds left in the first quarter. It's a very time-consuming drive, and they're going to go for it on 4th and 3. Well, if you went for it on 4th and 2, why not 4th and 3? Marlott back in at quarterback, changing to play. He's going to move the running back to his left as he lines back up in the shotgun, and now the play clock down to 0, and they finally saw it. That's going to be a delay of game unless they called the timeout. It is a delay of game. Boy, that's just a miscommunication there. I mean, with a team that huddles like that, you think they'd be all over the play clock. That'll make it 4th down and 8, and now they're going to punt the football away. So Anthony Sandoval will kick it for Siloam. And I don't want to say we dodged a bullet. I kind of like our chances if they're going to go for it from back there.
4th down and 9.
Makai Foster back for Russellville. He's at our 26-yard line. They're going to try to kick it away from him. It's a beautiful kick, but it angles towards him. He's going to catch it at the 26-yard line. Cuts back to the left. He's at the 30, 35, 40, angling toward the sidelines. He'll stop and spin. Takes a lick, spins away again, and gets to the 43. And that's where Russellville will take over.
About the 42-yard line where the Cyclones will set
well, that's good field position for the Cyclones.
I'm going to give you a stat that you kind of be surprised about, I bet you. Because of penalties, the way it's gone this year, that's actually the first official punt run back for the Cyclones this season. Because anytime we've had one before, we've had a penalty that has negated it. Russellville looking at 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. Luke Jones, the quarterback, gives it to Tracy Daniels. Miscommunication or a really good counterplay. He'll get up over the 45 to about the 48-yard line. He almost did turn a 360 before he handed the football off. I don't know if that was by design or not. He gets to the 48-yard line, a 5-yard pickup. Russellville going to go a lot quicker than Siloam Springs was they're not going to huddle. They have a bunch wide receiver to the far right side. Caden Rose, a lone right receiver on the left side. But Tracy Daniels is going to get the call on the stretch play. He'll stop. He'll kick it into gear. He breaks free. He's in Siloam Springs territory at the 40, inside the 35, and pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Didn't seem like he was going for much to that right side, but he found a hole up the middle and then cut out to the left for a big gain for Russellville.
That's what happens when you keep your legs moving, and that's what Tracy did. When
they give him the 28-yard line. Sorry, a pickup of 24. Russellville going quickly here. Got to catch you off there. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Same formation, the exact same formation. This time they're going to pull it, pump fake. Jones, he's going to throw it for the end zone. He got Caden Rose there and just out of his reach. Just overthrew him just a little bit. So Russellville, first incompletion there as they were going for Rose for the touchdown.
Rose had his man beat, headed for that corner.
That's the first pass of the game. Warnock Howell check out of the game for Russellville. Abel Abington and Kyron Clendenin, they're switching in and out wide receivers as Rose also comes out on 2nd and 10. Pistol formation, meaning Daniel straight behind the quarterback, and he'll get the call here running to the short side of the field, the left side, and he'll get inside the 30 and tackled at the 25-yard line, a pickup of 3 yards on the play.
The 25-yard line.
It's easy for us to see up here. If he'd have broke back to the right, there was a big hole there. He'd have gained some yards.
Rose going to check in for Russellville. Tristan Wisnett will check back out, and Russell probably a passing situation here on 3rd down and 7. 2 receivers to each side. Daniels, the running back, lines up 1 yard and to the left of Luke Jones. On 3rd down. Play action, throwing to the short side of the field. It's caught by Abington. Makes a little move. He gets inside the 20, and he's got enough for the first down because of that move there.
Jones pass complete to.
He gets to the first down as they put him at the 18. They're not even going to measure, so yep, move the sticks.
Good for another.
And it's a pickup of 7 yards on the first down. First down for the Cyclones, sponsored by A Better Way Realty. Real estate done a better way. 2 receivers to each side. Jones going to hand it off to Daniels, up the gut. He's inside the 15 and tackled at the 12. Russellville in the red zone here as Tracy Daniels gets the call. The Cyclones in the red zone score 67% of the time. They are 14 of 21 when entering the red zone. They're going to put it down at the 13-yard line, so it's a 5-yard pickup. Tracy Daniels, 37 yards on 4 carries. Ball still remaining on that left hash mark. Abel Abington, the lone wide receiver to the right. 2 receivers to the left. The inside receiver is Peyton Harrison. He goes in motion in front of Luke Jones. Now he'll line up on the right side. Play clock down to 10. Jones going to pull it, keep it himself, and he's going to be dropped for a loss of 2. Not a quarterback sack because that was a running play all the way, but Siloam Springs had that one sniffed out.
Oh, they were ready for that one. Had 3 defenders right there just waiting for the quarterback.
It's going to be 3rd and 7, and Russellville does have a field goal kicker, Solis, that can hit from here, but you wonder if they're going to go for it on 4th down. They may try to get just a few yards, or they may just take a shot at the end zone. Who knows? Still ball on the left hash mark. Clock continues to roll. We're no score. 5:15 left to play in the first quarter. This is going quick because you got 2 running teams here. Pistol formation for Daniels. A check with me now. Play clock down to 9 seconds. They're changing the play. Offensive coordinator Coach Harrison is up here usually, and play action as Jones going to roll it to his right. Pump, stops, and he's going to throw. It's complete to Abel Abington, who's at the 5, and he's into the end zone for the touchdown. A 3rd down conversion as the Cyclones hook up with Abington. The pass from Luke Jones for 15 yards and the touchdown.
Good pass. Abington breaking from the left to the right across the middle of the field, and just a good pass by Luke.
That's Abel's 2nd touchdown reception of the season and of his career. He's got both of them here this season. Armando Solis on to try the extra point as Russellville leads it 6-0 here with 4:55 left to play here in the first quarter. Caden Rose will be the holder. Solis taking his time. He's got plenty of time. 11 seconds on the play clock. The kick is definitely long enough, and it is good. Russellville leads it 7-0 as that extra point added by Armando Solis. Mr. Break and Lube sponsors the extra points. When you need an auto repair shop, you can count on. We'll take a break. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Siloam Springs 0.
Let your money grow with First State Bank's My Rewards checking. Earn 4% APY on balances up to $25,000 and nationwide ATM fee refunds. Plus, First State Bank makes banking easy with mobile banking and drive-through banking 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Don't wait. Make the switch. Earn more interest with My Rewards checking. Now, qualifications must be met to earn 4% APY. If qualifications are not met, the account will earn 0.05 APY. That's statement cycle. First State Bank, member FDIC.
Arkansas is sizzling, and Saracen's Summer of Sports Cars continues to keep the heat on with an iconic Camaro convertible from Gwatney Chevrolet. This is the last year for Chevy's classic Camaro, and Saracen Casino is the only place in Arkansas where you can qualify to win one tomorrow night just for playing your favorite games. Only 40 minutes from Little Rock, Saracen is Little Rock's closest place to play.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Welcome back. The Cyclones lead at 7-0, kicking away here with 4:55 left to play in the first. Solis's kick is going to be fielded this time at the 20-yard line. Run it across the 25, running sideways, and it gets stopped at about the 28 as Carter returns it for 8 yards.
Yeah, go ahead.
That scoring summary, Russellville goes 57 yards in 8 plays in 2 minutes and 51 seconds. Jones hitting Abington on a 3rd down for a 15-yard touchdown pass. Solis added the extra point, and the Cyclones lead it by a score of 7-0.
I'm just going to say Thomas in on that tackle, and he's done a good job so far tonight.
Millard Henry Pediatrics is volunteering on the sidelines tonight.
And this game's going to go quick if we do it like this. I mean, each team's had a possession. We're less than 5 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. As the running back, Jed Derwin, gets the call, he'll pick up a couple to the 30-yard line. And if you're the weaker team like that, what Siloam Springs is, I mean, let's be honest, they're going to try to shorten the game. They try to do that against everybody, and they're hoping that the other team gets flustered a little bit when it's not a blowout by the second quarter. 4 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Rolling out is Marlatt, nothing there, and he's going to be sacked back at the original line of scrimmage, a loss of about 2 on the play. He doesn't run very much, and most of his quarterback keepers are sacks, and they lose 2 yards as Tristan Wisnut gets the sack. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. 4:06 left to play here in the first quarter as the clock continues to roll. The Cyclones leading it by a score of 7-0. Both teams looking for their first conference victory of the season. 3 teams winless in conference: Russellville, Siloam Springs, and Van Buren. Russell will play Van Buren next week at Van Buren. Marlatt back to pass. They're trying to set up a screen. It's not really open. It's going to be an incomplete pass. If it was a completed pass, it was going to be a 2-yard loss. Russellville sniffed that one out. They stayed at home and covered up the running back, Jed Derwin. They were not fooled on that play. It goes as an incompletion, makes it 4th down and 10. Now Siloam went for the first 4th down on 4th and 2, looking like they were going for the second one on 4th and 3, but they won't go for 4th and 10 here. And Mekhi Foster back just inside his own 40-yard line to try to return this punt once again. They're going to kick this one. This is going to hang up there forever. It's short, though, and it's going to take a Russellville roll. It hit at around the 50-yard line and bounces back into Siloam Springs territory all the way to the 35. That was more than 15 yards on the roll, and it goes as a 7-yard punt. I mean, it hit probably at our 48. I think that's 17 yards on that bounce. 7-yard punt for Siloam, and Russellville in business at the Panther 35-yard line.
I'm surprised a Siloam player didn't jump on that.
When it hit, like a shot out of a cannon. It just bounced away from everybody. Russellville will take over there. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Ladarius Prince in at running back. He's going to get the call. He breaks free up the middle. He's inside the 25, the 20. Can't break that last tackle, otherwise he was gone, but he gets inside the 15 to the 11. Ladarius Prince on the carry for the Cyclones, and he sets up Russellville into the red zone. And that's 24 yards on the pickup, and Russellville going quickly again. Ladarius Prince bouncing into the outside, into the end zone for the touchdown. Ladarius Prince, his first touchdown run as a Russellville Cyclone. He carries it in from 11 yards out, and Russellville, just like that, leads it 13-0.
Good run by Prince, dodging, going back and forth, but he was headed for that end zone.
Usually it's the Cyclones that don't play as fast as the other team. They try to slow it down a little bit, but they went quickly there, and Prince carrying it in. Russellville goes 35 yards in 2 plays for their second score of the night. Remember last year, because of the turnovers, because of flipping the field, Russellville led at the end of the first quarter against Siloam 35-0. So Lease on to add the extra point. And it is good. Russellville leads at 14-0. That extra point brought to you by Mr. Brake and Lube. When you need an auto repair shop you can count on. We'll take a break. Russellville leads at 14-0. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Extra point is good with 3 on.
Greenway proudly supports the DIYer in you. Whether you're a mover, a shaker, a groundbreaker, a risk taker, a challenge embracer, or a landscape visionary, whatever the task, we've got a John Deere tractor that can help move your project forward. You've got work to do, so let's get started. Reserve yours today in store or at gogreenway.com.
The love of football defines fall weekends, and in many homes, our families. But it's a demanding sport that can cause injury. That's why UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine is on sidelines and in locker rooms for high schools and colleges across the state, ready to care for athletes with clinics in Central and Northwest Arkansas. UAMS Health, official orthopedics and sports medicine provider for Razorback Athletics and future Razorbacks all over Arkansas. Learn more at uams.health/team.
3:02 left to play here in the first quarter. Russellville leading it 14-0, getting ready to kick off here. We'll give you the scoring details quick on that last scoring drive here in just a moment, but we want to make sure we get the kickoff. This one carbon copy of the first two. This one taken at the 19 for three different return men. This one across the 30, running towards the left side, 35. Can he get the edge? He can't. Boy, he was almost off to the races as he gets across the 40 to about the 45-yard line. That was Mason Short on the return. He had a big running room there.
It was. And number 0, Thomas, came up behind and might have saved a touchdown there.
26 yards on the return. That last drive, 35 yards in 2 plays in just 29 seconds. Ladarius Prince took all 35 yards on 2 carries, but the last one for the touchdown was from 11 yards out. So Lease added the extra point. Russellville leads at 14-0. 4 wide receivers to the right. Low snap from Marlatt throwing to the far side. He throws it over everybody into the bench. That stops the clock here with 2:50 left to play here in the first quarter.
Yeah, the receiver over there was well covered by our defense by 2 men.
No, there was no chance to get that one. He'd have to be Goliath to be able to pull that one down as it was way over his head. He was going to Max Carter on that far side. He was a lone wide receiver over there. So far, their patterns have just been little short things that really what they like to throw is deep stuff and slants, but they don't throw it very much. 4 wide receivers here, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Derwin going to get the call on 2nd down 10. He's got a hole. He's at midfield. He puts the ball on the turf. It's going to be picked up by the Cyclones at the 45, at the 40, down the sideline, the 30, the 20, the 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cyclones! 50-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown for the Cyclones, and that is Bo Mosley with the score.
Well, just a great job of that defense, causing another turnover. Defense has been doing very well with that.
2:35 left. A Russellville like that leads it 20-0. 17 turnovers for the Cyclones on the season for their defense, and this one I think is the first defensive score. I don't know if it is or not. I'll have to go check back and look. The extra point, new kicker, Fernando Rodriguez, was on to try the extra point. It's lower, but definitely longer, and through. That at PAT, sponsored by Mr. Break and Lube. Russellville leads at 21-0. We'll take a quick break. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Hey, it's Drew Mitchell for Lakeside Oral, Facial, and Dental Implant Surgery. Lakeside is really proud this year to be sponsoring our local sports all throughout the River Valley. They're committed to the area. It's just another way they show that. When you're in the market for dentures, wisdom teeth, or whatever the case may be, remember Lakeside Oral, Facial, and Dental Implant Surgery, and check out their website at lakesideofs.com. Lakeside Oral Surgery, helping make the broadcast of local sports throughout the River Valley possible.
For more than 150 years, Lyon College has provided endless opportunities for Arkansas students to contribute, create, and lead in our communities. Rooted in faith, Lyon combines a traditional education with a real-world experience in a beautiful small-town setting. As a new member of NCAA Division III, we're committed to providing opportunities for student-athletes to excel in the classroom and on the field. For more information on the Lyon College experience, visit lyon.edu. Lyon College, a better world starting in Arkansas.
Welcome back. The Cyclones lead it by a score of 21-0. It's still 2:35 left to play here in the first quarter. Fernando Rodriguez, who added that last extra point, will actually kick off for the Cyclones here. So Lisa had handled the first few, and He'll scoot this one along the turf. It bounces off a Siloam player. It's a live ball. It's going to be covered back up inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. I don't think Max Short realized he could still pick it up and run. He was worried about people behind him.
Silas Tugwell will down the football for Siloam Springs.
And the Panthers will take over at their own 13, I believe is where they're going to put it down. Russellville getting a fumble recovery by Mosley. A 50-yard return. Russellville leads it 21-0. They do put it down at the 14. Here's the give to the running back, and he'll get up over the 15 to about the 17-yard line. I don't think that was Derwin.
That's number 3.
Yeah, Max Short. Mason Short. I keep calling him Max Short. And, Derwin has been their main running back, but the fact that he fumbled, maybe the coach wanted to try somebody else. Pick up a 4 on the plays. He's to the 18-yard line and going to give it to Short once again. He's got a hole as he breaks a tackle. He's at the 30 and tripped up. Nicely done by the Cyclones. Elise, who tripped him up. Otherwise, he's deep into the secondary, but he does get a first down for the Panthers as he's tripped up at the 31-yard line.
The Cyclones.
Pick up of 13 on the play. First down and 10 for Siloam Springs. Russellville leading at 21-0. We'll give you the scoring summary on that last touchdown drive in just a moment, but Siloam Springs decided to go quickly here. They're going to put a man in motion, overload that left side. They're going to run it to the right side. Short, he's got some room. He's going to be tackled outside the 35 to the 36-yard line, but we're going to have to check a penalty flag here. Saw one thrown by the umpire, which is in the area of holding. On that last scoring drive for Russellville, it was a 50-yard touchdown return by Bo Mosley, who picked up the fumble by Jed Derwin, and the extra point was good by Fernando Rodriguez. The flag was thrown here at the 36-yard line, which is 5 yards downfield, so even then we're going to have to wait and see what it is. It is a hold, depending on where they spot it from. Looks like they're going to mark it from the 33. So it'll be a 10-yard penalty from there, which means Short actually gets credit for a 2-yard carry, and then the 10-yard penalty. It'll remain first down.
A couple of times Short has run this ball, or 2 or 3 times. He seems to be a little faster and quicker than Derwin.
First down and 17 for Siloam Springs.
First down and 18. And Short going to try it again. And again, he's got the sideline. He's at the 30. Stiff arms a man, brought down about the 34-yard line is where they're going to think they're going to pull him down. The officials, instead of putting it always, you do that. You go over, if one of the opponents is in the other team's sideline, you go help him out first before you try to spot the ball. But they got a lot of that back there by Mason Short as he's to the 34-yard line. So a pickup of 11 on the play. It makes it second down and 7. Spinning away is Marlott, rolling to his left. He'll throw on the move. It's going to be incomplete.
Got a flag.
He was going for Short over there. It looked like they had a pick play set up by Chase Tiggleman, but we'll wait and see what the call is.
There is a flag on the play.
It was over on the far side, and usually run sort of a clear out or out pattern to get that defensive back out of there if it is pick play. No, it's going to be a hold on Russellville. All right, so penalty on the Cyclones. That negates the incomplete pass. And they only needed 7 yards for the first down.
The call is
and they'll give them 10 yards, so it's not an automatic first down, but they put it down at the 41. That doesn't make sense.
41-yard line.
A 7-yard penalty. Sometimes they lose track of where that is, and I think he put it from the original sticks and not where the down is. So it goes as a 7-yard penalty, even though it should be 10. We won't say anything, but like I said, it was 2nd and 7. I think he was measuring it from not from the line of scrimmage, but from the original line of scrimmage. But it gives them first down anyway. Short going to carry here on first down. He does a good job to get back near the line of scrimmage. Mason Short carrying there, and we have not seen Jed Derwin. Wonder if he's being punished because of the fumble or if he was injured. He's been their main running back, but again, they really struggled to do much on offense this season. Russellville leading here 21-0 as we're in the final minute of the first quarter. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Second down and 10 as they did give him the line of scrimmage. Dane Marlatt, the quarterback. Russell showing blitz. They'll fake it. Marlatt back to pass, looking left. Now throwing the drag route. It's complete. They got some room. Is at midfield. Stops, cuts back at the 45, and brought down in Cyclone territory at the 44-yard line. And that is number 5, Quentin Motzinger, the one that Russell was a little bit worried about. They get into Cyclone territory. They'll put him down at the 43, a 16-yard pickup on the pass play. It's their longest pass of the game so far. Under 30 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Clock now moving. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. This drive started back at their own 14-yard line after the botched kickoff return. Marlatt, low snap, back to pass, looking left. He's going to flush out of the pocket. Throw on the move. It's complete on the little in route, and it's going to be tackled at the 35-yard line. A flag is down as Max Carter gets there, and I think this might be face mask against us.
Jackson's still on the reception.
I'm going to put him down at the 36-yard line, so a pickup of 7 on the play, but I see a flag back at the 37 on the side. The clock rolls out. I don't think they realize to stop the clock, and it is going to be tacked on to Russellville as it's a face mask penalty, so they'll tack it on to the end of the run. Again, no automatic first downs in high school football, but this one will give them a first down based on yardage, and it's going to be a 15-yarder. So it's going to put it down at the 21-yard line, so a personal foul penalty against Russellville. It'll put them in business at the 21-yard line of Russellville, but we're going to take a break as we finish the first quarter. Big first quarter for Russellville. They lead at 21-0. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
At Liberty Car Wash in Russellville, you have options. You can wash your car yourself or drive through one of the automatic car washes. Liberty Car Wash also gives you the option of washing your fur baby. Why make a mess in your home and risk clogging your drains when you can wash Max at Liberty Car Wash? Visit Liberty Car Wash today on Knoxville Avenue and South Arkansas Avenue in Russellville, where you always have options.
We all have our traditions, from Friday night lights to Saturday morning hunts. These are the traditions we pass down to the next generation. Now, we might have hung up our cleats a long time ago, but come tomorrow morning, we can still put on our camo and hunter orange, because some traditions last a lifetime. Get your hunting license and enjoy a season of memories, both on the field and in the woods. This message is brought to you by the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. Hunt natural.
Welcome back. We're starting the second quarter. Russellville leading 21-0, but Siloam Springs on the move. They have it first down and 10 at the Cyclone 21-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, on ball in the left hash. There's that quick slant we were talking about, and it goes through the hands of Max Carter. A little high on the throw, though, but probably a pass that the receiver needs to catch. It'll be second down and 10 now as Dane Marlatt, 4 of 7 for 34 yards. Mainly the short stuff is what he's done. That throw on the move on the previous play was probably the longest one in the air. Clock has stopped just 4 seconds into the second quarter. Russell with a 3-score lead. The Panthers, this is their deepest penetration so far this first half. Marlatt back to pass. He's going to step up in the pocket, throw underneath, and it's complete inside the 20 before being cut down. That's the S-back once again, and Stuart Schwaniger. That's his third catch tonight.
Darren Thomas on the stop for the Cyclones.
I'll put him down at the 18-yard line, 3rd and 7 coming.
Stadium, your defense needs to hear you. It's
3rd and 7 as they're into the red zone. Once again, Russellville stops teams on the red zone 47% of the time. They move a man in motion, and now empty backfield. Marlatt back to pass. He's got the screen set up. He'll take that as a safety valve. Complete to short. Dodges a man, and he spins away, and he's going to have the first down as he gets to the 10-yard line before being stacked up there. Russellville all over that play, but just could not bring him down.
He's a hard person to bring down. He's seemed to be more tall than the previous running back. But he's very quick.
He's 5'11", 175. Just a sophomore, Mason Short. That's his first catch for 8 yards. He's done it mostly running the football. That gives them a first down at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal as they can't get a first down without scoring a touchdown. And now Derwin back in there. It's the first time we've seen him since the fumble. He'll get it on the counter play, trying to bounce outside, nothing there. He's going to be dropped, slung down for a loss of 2 on the play.
Alex Derwin on
and that'll bring up 2nd down and goal from the 12. Derwin now 7 carries for 10 yards.
Second down.
He had a 10-yard carry. that was negated when he fumbled it, and Bo Mosley picked it up and raced for the end zone for the score, and Russellville leads at 21-0. That was Russellville's third touchdown of the game.
Short's back in there.
3 receivers to the left, none to the right, but they do go with a tight end over there. And now man in motion. They moved a little bit. False start against Siloam Springs.
Will back Siloam Springs up.
And they'll bring up second and goal from the 17 as they move them back. That's the third penalty on the Panthers, going for 20 yards. They had to delay a game on a fourth down try, and then this one pushing them back when they started this series at the 10. Back to pass Marlatt. Pump fake, nothing there. Throwing, it's complete to Short out of the backfield, and he gets inside the 15 to the 14 before being taken out of bounds.
Tristan the Wiz Wisenhunt on the stop.
The marker on the far side I'm looking at, they already had it as third down. I think somebody's telling them it's third down now. And so third down and goal from the 15-yard line, just a pickup of 2 on the play. 3 receivers to the left. Marlatt looking left. He's going to move over there, and I throw to the end zone, and it's incomplete. He actually threw over the intended wide receiver, but they had back in the end zone was Max Carter, and he had a chance at it.
Max Carter,
so
incomplete.
That one goes incomplete. They go to Carter, but I don't think he was the intended wide receiver initially. It'll bring up fourth and goal from the 15. They have a pretty good field goal kicker in Sandoval, so I think they may be going to try the field goal here. It'll be 32 yards from the right hash. And now Coach Wheeler wants to take a timeout. Russellville using their second timeout of the first half here with 9:30 left to play in the second quarter. We'll take a quick break. Russellville leading 21-0. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Miller Roofing Company, a family-owned company treating you like family. Who's a part of the Miller family of employees? Shannon Yarborough loves her work with residential customers.
I work with all the residential customers. I organize and schedule their roofs. I love logistics, problem solving. I love the atmosphere about working at Miller Roofing Company. It's a great company. And I love working with people.
Your friends at Miller Roofing. See them of South Arkansas and Russellville and follow them on Facebook.
Marlatt going to be the holder. Sandoval will attempt the field goal now after the timeout by Russellville. 32 yards, ball on the right hash mark. It's definitely long enough. And it is good. So a 32-yard field goal from Siloam Springs, and they get on the board. Russellville still leads, though, 21-3 with 9:30 left to play in the first half. We'll take a break. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
At Phil Wright Autoplex in Russellville, we know you have many places to buy a car. Our competitive pricing and no-pressure sales team
has made us your premier GMC and Chevrolet dealer in the River Valley for almost 50 years.
Our impressive inventory is changing daily. Shop online 24/7 at philwright.com.
For a simplified buying process, trust Phil Wright Autoplex. Great inventory, great prices, and an overall great buying experience. Exit 84 off I-40, Russellville.
$1.2 billion. Imagine what you could do with that much money. Well, thanks to the Arkansas Scholarship Lottery, you don't have to imagine, because we can tell you exactly what's possible. You can fund more than 720,000 scholarships for Arkansas students. Scholarships that have educated teachers, nurses, engineers, welders, computer coders, and more, changing their lives and reshaping their communities in the process. So keep playing, Arkansas, and together we can imagine what happens next.
Sandoval kicking off. Russell's going to field it at the 14-yard line across the 20, 25, 30. Breaks free. That's Mekhi Foster. He's at midfield, angling toward the sideline. He's at the 40. He's going to go. He's at the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cyclones. Mekhi Foster took it from the 14, 86 yards for the score, and the Cyclones answer their field goal with a touchdown. I don't know if he was touched or not. Mekhi Foster, 86 yards on the touchdown return. Russellville answers in a big way. Make it 27-3.
Russellville usually has 3 men back there. They had Abington in the middle instead of Foster. Foster was on the right side. I don't know if they did that on purpose or not.
Caden Rose will be the holder, as Luke Jones, the quarterback, is the snapper on field goal attempts. They're going with Rodriguez for the extra point, who kicked the last one. This one is going to be blocked. So Russell misses the extra point, but they get the touchdown. They lead at 27-3. We'll take a break. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Lunch breaks are too short, and these days we usually have more than lunch to accomplish in that small window. Get your favorite barbecue fast from Ridgewood Brothers for takeout during lunch only by ordering online. Order lunch for takeout Thursday through Saturday from 11 to 3 online only. Visit Ridgewood Brothers Barbecue on Facebook. Place your online takeout order for lunch. You can even get 20% off by using promo code BIGGAME20 at checkout by ordering online with Ridgewood Brothers Barbecue on Facebook.
Your best life begins with your healthiest life. At Baptist Health, you'll find the comprehensive care you need for every person in your family. From pediatrics to primary care to women's health, we're equipped to partner with you in every phase of your wellness journey. You'll also find Baptist Health locations and clinics across the state, ensuring we're always there for you, when and where you need us. Learn more about the state's most trusted name in healthcare, locate a clinic, find a provider, and more at baptist-health.com.
An 86-yard touchdown return by the Cyclones. We have a couple scoring summaries to give you. On that previous one from Siloam Springs, they went 71 yards in 14 plays in 5 minutes and 5 seconds. 32-yard field goal attempt. Russellville answered in 14 seconds with the kickoff return by Mekhi Foster for a touchdown. The extra point was blocked, and so Russellville leads it by a score of 27-3. Rodriguez is going to kick this one. Kick this one low, and it's going to be covered at the 33-yard line by Sandoval. And so that's where Siloam Springs will take over. Russell's had some big plays. They had a fumble return of 50 yards for a touchdown by Mosley. That kickoff return by Mekhi Foster for a score. Mekhi is really good at that. He's, even in junior high, he was good at returning kicks for touchdowns and even punts, and that's just something that kind of specializes in. He's tough to bring down.
First down and 10.
Last year he had an average 21 yards on kickoff returns. On first down, they're going to give it to the running back, and not much running room as they pick up 2 yards, and that'll be it. They're sticking with the sophomore, Mason Short, who I think has gone almost the entire distance after the fumble, but he picks up 2 yards there. Short now 32 yards on 6 carries. Cyclones leading it here 27-3. Under 9 minutes to go here in the first half. 4 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. They don't run many quarterback draws, if any, and a thrown incomplete pass right through the hands of Schwarniger. And he's been Mr. Surehand for them here in the first half, but just flat out dropped that one.
Yeah, he hit him right in the hands.
Yeah, 6'1", 220 is what they have him listed at. I think he's bigger than 220. He is a legit fullback, S-back, tight end. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. They've shown that they're going to go for it on 4th down, so you have that mentality again. It's wide open what you want to do here. Sometimes they can try to pick up 4 or 5 yards as part of it if they know they're going to go for it. Marlott back to pass, slips the ball in his hand, throwing complete pass, and they got the first down with Schwarniger. They go right back to him there, and he picks up 8. They needed 8 yards. That's what he got. That's enough for a first down for Siloam Springs.
Yeah, same play, just a little slant toward the middle.
They actually lead us in first downs. They've got 7 here in this first half. But Russellville leading in a big way on the scoreboard, 27-3. Dane Marlott now 8 of 13 for 56 yards. Been very careful with the football. 2 receivers to the short side of the field, the right side. They're going to turn and hand it off to Short, and nothing doing. He stopped at the line. Clock is rolling, nearing the 8-minute mark here in the first half. Coming up at halftime, we will a lot going on for you. We'll give you the stats, obviously, the first half. We're also going to talk about what's going on sports-wise and other sports here on the campus and in the Russellville School District. A lot going on this coming week. 2nd down and 10. Marlott back to pass. Again, got the screen set up to Short, and it goes through his hands out of bounds. That was dangerously close to being a backwards pass, and if so, that would have gone out of bounds right there. They would have lost yardage on that play, but they do say it was a forward pass that just went out of bounds.
Cyclone fans, your defense needs to hear you.
It's 3rd down and 10 for Siloam Springs. They have the ball at their own 44-yard line. Clock is stopped with 7:40 left here in the first half. Bunched wide receivers on the right side, 3 of them. One lone wide receiver out here. That's Cameron Stafford. They haven't gone to him at all. Ball's on the turf. This is a bad snap. Marlott picks it up. He's going to try to throw to a safety valve and rushed it a little too quick because Mason Short never had a chance at trying to catch that one.
Yeah, that's a second low snap in this series by Siloam.
Silas Tutwell.
And they're going to have to punt the football away, we think. They've gone for it on 4th down, looking like they're going to go for it at times, but they are going to make the change here. They have 2 kickers named Sandoval. Anthony Sandoval's been the punter. Carlos Sandoval was the one that kicks off for them. And this one here, Anthony, is the one that hit the field goal for them. He's going to punt the football away, and they got Mekhi Foster, and I would not be surprised if they kick it out of bounds. Kick this one high. This one's a good kick. Mekhi Foster going to field it, going to call for the fair catch at the 22. Remember, his last one took a bad bounce and actually went 7 yards. This one went a lot further than 7 yards as it goes down to the 23, a 33-yard kick with no return. Russell will have the ball at their own 23-yard line. Well, Cyclone fans, next week, Russellville going to be on the road at Van Buren. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Whether you know it or not, it's one of the oldest rivalries in Cyclone history. That was a 34-yard punt, by the way, as Russellville has the ball at their own 22-yard line. Luke Jones will hand it off to Tracy Daniels. Seems like forever since Russell's offense been on the field with that kickoff return for a touchdown. Daniels actually loses a yard on the play. That's the thing, is when your defense scores a touchdown and then your kickoff or team scores a touchdown, it's been a long time since Russell's offense has been on the field. But this defense special teams has accounted for 14, or actually 13, of Russellville's 4 touchdowns here. 2 receivers to each side. Jones going to roll out of the pocket. Eyes downfield, throwing across the middle, and it's complete. Peyton Harrison's got the first down, sheds a tackle at the 35, gets up over the 40 to the 43-yard line. We do have a penalty flag all the way back at the 20-yard line, and I'm worried this one may be coming back. I saw that flag before the ball was completed, which makes me think it was a hold on the Russellville defense. And the flag is back at the 20, which was behind the line of scrimmage, and it is going to go against Russellville. That negates a big gain there by Peyton Harrison.
That's a good pass and a real good catch by Harrison and a good run afterwards.
I think they're going to start marking it from about the 20, 21-yard line, put them down at the 12, so it ends up being a 9-yard penalty, kind of a I don't know why. I'm kind of confused about where they're. It's supposed to be a 10-yard penalty or half the distance. Either way, it should be about the 10 or 11-yard line. We're not going to say anything. 9-yard penalty against Cyclone. We had a 7-yarder earlier. Still going to be second down. A pass on the quick slant. Russell's got it complete to the 25-yard line. Harrison gets some of that yards back there. I think they're going to put him down to 26.
Good catch, good run. He had 2 defenders hanging on to him.
Officially, the 25-yard line is the nose of football, not quite to the 26, so 13 yards on the reception. Russellville looking at 3rd down and 7. They need their own 32 for a first down. Nearing the 6-minute mark here, Russellville leading at 27-3. Jones back to pass, plenty of time. Now he's going to run out of the pocket. Decided to run, and he sheds a tackler back there at the 24. Ball's on the turf as he gets across the 30. It's going to be covered at Siloam Springs at the 32-yard line. So Jones was going down. He was not going to have enough for the first down. And it looks like they've covered it at the 32-yard line. He'll get credit for a 7-yard run. However, Siloam Springs get the football on Russell's turnover there. And Siloam will be in business here with 5:56 left to play here in the first half at the Cyclone 32. Marlott, as a ball was snapped between his legs, a flag comes in behind. A flag comes in behind the line and behind both lines, I should say. And it's going to be a false start, and that might have saved Siloam because that was going to be a big loss for the Panthers. And they bring first down and 15. They've had 4 penalties for 25 yards. A couple of false starts and a delay of game here on 1st and 15. Empty backfield. Marlott back to pass. He's going to throw on the move as he was hit. And it goes incomplete as he was trying to go to short. That's been the safety valve, and they try to go there a lot. However, he was hit by Wisenhunt, and it goes incomplete.
We'll bring up second down.
Yeah, on that previous. Go ahead.
I would say it's almost like they wait too late to go to their safety valve, I think. and by that time he was backpedaling and really could get nothing on the pass. 2nd down and 15 for Siloam Springs. 8 of 16 throwing for Marlatt. And they're going to keep it on the ground to Mason Short. And he'll pick up a couple yards to the 35-yard line. 2nd and long. Maybe they're trying to catch Russellville sleeping a little bit, but only giving up 2 yards. This defense stiffens up a little bit. Short now 34 yards on 8 carries for the sophomore. Bring up 3rd down and long. They need just inside the Cyclone 23-yard line for a 1st down. Clock rolling, under 5.5 to go here in the first half. Russellville leading 27-3. You don't want to give them hope here. Marlatt's going to take a shot down the sideline. It's going to be a jump ball, tipped and incomplete. They were trying to go along that far side over there, I believe, to Braxton Majors. Mosley is able to, I don't know if he deflected it or bottom enough where they weren't able to make a connection. Well, 4th down and 13, and decision time. It's too long for a field goal. It'd be a 52-yard or a little bit of wind at his back. You don't want to punt it here. So it's kind of in no man's land. You feel like you have to go for it, and I think that's what they're going to do. 4th down and 13. Marlatt checks it over. He's got a running back there with him. Man in motion, run to the right side, back to pass. Here comes the delayed blitz, and Marlatt hit as he throws, and it falls incomplete. Russellville blitz from the outside. Wisenhunt knocked the ball, knocked the quarterback, whatever you want to say. It ends up as an incomplete pass, and Russellville has held on downs, and the Cyclone offense will take over. That's important that the defense did that, because remember, Russellville had turned the ball over themselves, and the defense comes back and stops Siloam Springs.
That's a good series by our defense.
Russellville will have it at the 35-yard line. 110 yards of offense, but remember, we've lost a couple possessions because of the touchdown by the defense, touchdown by the special teams. Jones back to pass, plenty of time. He's throwing. He's got a wide open Caden Rose. He's at the 45-40, 35-30. It's a foot race. The 20, 15, 10, 5, into the end zone for the touchdown. 65 yards. Luke Jones to Caden Rose, and that's the first touchdown for Caden Rose this season. He's got 8 touchdowns in his career. He's been injured at the beginning of this season. That's huge there for Caden Rose. 65 yards, and the Cyclones tack on to their big lead. They lead it now by a score of 33-3.
Caden did a good job faking his defender out and breaking across the middle.
That's the 5th touchdown pass by Luke Jones this season. Getting a big chunk there. One play, 14 seconds. Russell's had 2 scoring drives of less than 20 seconds. The extra point is good there by Rodriguez, and Russellville leads it 34-3. That extra point brought to you by Mr. Brake and Lube. When you need an auto repair shop, you can count on. We'll take a break. 4:50 left to play in the first half. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Why trust River Valley Tinting and Glass? Well, River Valley Tinting and Glass is a family-owned business, and they take care of their customers like family too. So remember, your local auto, residential, and commercial glass and tinting company, River Valley Tinting and Glass. Check out their work on Facebook or call 890-5839 to get an estimate. Or you could always come by 2202 East 2nd Street to see all they can do for you. From a business you can trust, River Valley Tinting and Glass.
Driven by our mission to deliver power you can count on, the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas go to work every single day on the X's and O's of delivering reliable and affordable electricity to our home field, Arkansas. With over 2,000 employees on our team, our game plan begins and ends with their dedication across our 17 electric distribution cooperatives that cover more than 60% of Arkansas. They are our most valuable players. The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. The power to deliver, the drive to win.
Last year, Russellville scored 5 touchdowns in the first quarter. They haven't done that, but they've scored 5 touchdowns here in the first half. Lead at 34-3 with 4:50 left. Sandoval going to cover this kickoff here at the 34. Started running. His feet just went out from underneath him. And Siloam will have the ball at their own 34-yard line. Well, on that scoring summary for Russellville, they go 65 yards in one play in 14 seconds. Their last 2 touchdown drives have been 14 seconds. Another one was a kickoff return for a touchdown. And Rodriguez added the extra point. Russellville leads at 34-3. Marlatt going to roll out on first down, throw in towards the middle of the field, incomplete. He had a man open, just threw over the top of him. That was their big tight end there. And he had some room to run if he would have pulled that one down. But he really did not have a chance. He gave it everything he had, and just nothing there.
Well, they had two receivers going down the field, kind of cleared out the middle.
We told you the standing is the beginning of the first half, or the beginning of this game in pregame. Both these teams winless, but you got to realize Russell's played two of the three best teams in the conference. And they feel like there's a 4-game stretch here in 5 weeks that they can pull off 4 victories. Throw an incomplete pass to nobody, but I think we're going to get defensive pass interference or holding against the Cyclones here. So we'll hold off there on second down. You know, if you put your hand on the receiver, a lot of times that's going to get called whether you did anything or not. And I think down that sideline that's what's being called against the Cyclones, and we're waiting for them to mark it off. It is going to be against Russellville. Man, White hat signaled if he did. I didn't see it. Okay, they're going to call holding. 10-yard penalty that will put Siloam, give them a first down at the 43-yard line. Russellville 4 penalties for 41 yards. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left for the Panthers. Marlatt, hard count, going to hand it off to the running back, straight forward for Derwin, and he gets across the 45 to the 47, which we have not seen much of him. I think we've seen him 1 carry since then. Since he fumbled, he gets up 4 yards there. Jed Derwin, he rushed for 111 yards against Greenwood. They actually ran the ball quite a bit against the Bulldogs and were successful. Ran for over 200 yards in that game, but got beat badly 55-14. Second down and 6, high snap. Derwin's going to get it on the call. Spins at the midfield mark, gets into Cyclone territory. He pays the price. I think Darian Thomas there to welcome him to Cyclone territory, but he gets brought down a yard shy of the first down.
He's running different. He's holding on to that ball with both hands. Got a player down.
Yeah, player for the Cyclones down. I want to tell you that, again, we mentioned to you that the Cyclones will be playing at Van Buren next Friday night. A lot of people may not realize this, but that's a big series. They first played in 1909. Russell and Van Buren have played 68 times. That's the third most against any opponent in Cyclone history. The first is Morrilton, second Conway, but 68 times for Van Buren. That's really close. Russellville has 33 wins, 30 losses, and 5 ties. Odd little tidbit here. Of those 68 games between the two teams, 23 of the 68 games have been a shutout. And one of the shutouts that didn't count was actually a 0-0 tie back in 1918. Russellville's won 2 state championships. The Pointers have won titles in 1912, 1930, 77, and 1996. Russell will be at Van Buren next week. The Cyclones will be home 2 weeks from tonight against Greenbrier. As it'll be homecoming. I want to say Colors Day, too. Next week here for Russellville Junior High as they host Valonia. That'll be on Thursday night, 8th grade game at 5:30, and 9th grade game to follow. Tristan Sims back up, walking off after up on his own power there, and that's good to see, but he's walking very slowly. That last play was a 5-yard gain by Jed Derwin. It brings up 3rd down and 1 as Siloam has the football in Russellville territory at the 48-yard line. Cyclones comfortably up right now, 34-3, under 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Look at this formation. 3 running backs in the backfield. They're going to give it to Derwin. Almost 2 fullbacks leading the way. He's got the first down and being pushed along inside the 45 to the 43.
Yeah, they haven't used that formation tonight.
Yeah. 5 yards on the pickup. 24 yards now and 10 carries for Jed Derwin. And now Siloam going with the same formation. They have 2 fullbacks that are right beside the quarterback, and the running back almost like in a pistol formation right behind the quarterback. They do the same thing, and this one Russellville's ready for as they'll cause him to lose a yard on the play.
Love that gang tackling by Russellville.
Rick Elliott, who's He's adopted Cyclone, but understand he's got some ties to Van Buren. I mean, when your son's there, you got to pull for them a little bit. Van Buren leading Lake Hamilton 35-14 with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Thank you, Rick. Back to pass. Marlott on second and long, throwing to the sideline. It's out of the reach of everybody. He might have had a beat on us there, but it goes incomplete. 2:59 left to play here in the first half, and third down and 11 for the Panthers. Well, some scores coming up for you at halftime. Again, want to talk to you about what's going on in other sports at the half, and tennis has got conference next week. Volleyball updates we'll have for you. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right for the Panthers. Third down and 11. Marlott back to pass. Blitz from the outside, and he's going to be swarmed and sacked at midfield. Hit from behind, and even you could be ready for it, and that's going to hurt. He's brought down at midfield, a 6-yard loss. And that's going to bring up 4th down and 17, and they'll probably punt it away here. They look like they're going to as they bring on Sandoval.
It looks like Willis that was in on that tackle. Sandoval
on to punt it away. And you start thinking about the sportsmanship rule, which only takes place in the second half, but if you can get up 35 right now, you can get that going. It's a beautiful punt. Mackay Foster's going to let go over his head. It hits the 6 and rolls into the end zone. That was a perfect spiral. And it goes into the end zone. Russ will have the ball at their own 20 with 2:16 left. Remember, Russellville just 1 timeout as they've used 2 on defense here in this first half. 1 because they saw Siloam Springs was going for it on 4th down. That was their first one. Russellville will take over at their own 20, 80 yards away. Last touchdown was a big play to Caden Rose of 65 yards. Russellville's had some big plays. Defense touchdown, kickoff return for a touchdown, and that one. Pistol formation for Tracy Daniels. And change at quarterback. How about that? Keeping it, the quarterback is Caleb Campbell. He's got a lot of room. He's at the 30, 35, 40, and steps out of bounds at the 45-yard line. The sophomore getting his first snap as a Cyclone, Caleb Campbell, with a big play. Everybody went to go tackle Tracy Daniels. The only problem is he didn't have the football. 25 yards on the carry by the sophomore.
That was a good fake by Tracy.
And by Caleb. I didn't know he had it. I think he put it in his pocket or something. Back to pass. Campbell looking right. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to aim downfield. He's got Mackay Foster. It is complete at the 20, 15, 10, and trips at the 10, inside the 10 to the 9. Well, Caleb, go get your first completion as a Cyclone. He does that there as he completes it to the 9, 46 yards. He's going to try to make everybody forget Andy Campbell, isn't he? He's going to make plays like that. I'm going to probably call him Andy at some point in his 3-year career. Caleb, though, first and goal from the 9 here. Wearing number 10, the sophomore, is going to hand it off to Tracy Daniels, angling toward the right side. Stiff arms a man. He's into the end zone for the touchdown. 9-yard touchdown run for Tracy Daniels, and the Cyclones have opened up a big lead. They lead at 40-3. Tracy scoring from 9 yards out. That's his 8th touchdown of the season.
What made that run so good? He followed his blockers. He didn't get in a rush. He stayed and waited for the opening and then just broke to the outside.
I do want to say that's 34 touchdowns for Tracy Daniels for his Cyclone career as he carries that one in from 9 yards out. Rodriguez on to try the extra point. It's definitely long enough. He gets this one up high, and it's good. Russellville leads at 41-3. That PAT sponsored by Mr. Brake and Lube. We'll take a break. 1:24 left to play in the first half. 41-3 lead for Russellville. This is Cyclone football on the EAB Sports Network.
41.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability, durability, and versatility built in, like #1 selling Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors, Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your local Kubota dealer for a demo today. In the River Valley, see River Valley Tractor on Weir Road in Russellville.
Your business is up against a lot of things these days. Inflation costs, workforce issues, federal overreach. The list of things keeping you up at night keeps getting longer. The Arkansas State Chamber Associated Industries of Arkansas is here to help. We are constantly working to improve the business climate and make Arkansas as competitive as possible. The Arkansas State Chamber Associated Industries of Arkansas works tirelessly for your business so you can rest easy. Join us today.
Kicking off is Rodriguez for the Cyclones. This one bounce high up off the turf. Recovered by Sandoval as he's on the move. He's at the 34, across the 35 to the 40. Takes a lick there from Mekhi Foster as just a 6-yard return, and he paid for it. On that touchdown drive for the Cyclones, Russellville goes 80 yards in just 3 plays and 52 seconds. Tracy Daniels, a 9-yard touchdown run. It was highlighted by 2 big plays by the sophomore quarterback on his first 2 plays as a Cyclone. A 25-yard run by Caleb Campbell, and then a 46-yard pass to Mekhi Foster. Mekhi just got tripped up by the turf monster there. Otherwise, he would have scored. The Panthers will start at the 40. And I told you 2 things before we were off the air before the game. I said we need to get the win and stay healthy. And we got a penalty here against the Cyclones here. But so far, so good for Russellville. It looks like they're going to get the win, even though we're in the first half. I realize that, but the mercy rule may be in effect. And Russellville going to stay healthy because they're already starting to pull people here. It's a 15-yard penalty against the Cyclones, so Siloam will actually start at the 45-yard line. They're going to give it to Derwin on first down. He gets to the 42. I didn't see what the penalty was.
I didn't either. I didn't see the signal.
With it being 15 yards, it had to be a personal foul. It was targeting. Okay, thank you. I wonder if that means I know who made the tackle. I wonder if he's out of the game, and so I don't want to say his name because college and pro I could say their name, but I don't want to say his name. I do see the player that was involved in it. He's on the bench, but he doesn't have, he's not having shoulder pads off or anything like that. Marlott back to pass. He's going to take a shot down the middle, and it's incomplete. He had a man who had a step on us. That was number 20, Carlos Sandoval, coming in to play offense there, and he had a man there. And, well, I tell you, we were lucky on that one. It's going to bring up, the Majors is the one who went to Braxton Majors. They've targeted him a couple times, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 7.
3rd down.
Thank you, Chase. Chase Canfield, our media team, telling me that was targeting call. And sometimes I get down entering stats and I miss the play. So 3rd down and 7. Marlott back to pass. A lot of action going on left, but he'll throw right side, and it's going to be incomplete. He had a couple guys open on that left side, but he got tunnel vision. And what's weird is the pressure has been actually coming from his left, so you think he'd be looking over the top that way.
4th down for Siloam's first.
It'll bring up 4th down and 7. Russellville leading 41-3 with 27 seconds left here in the 3rd, so you figure they're going to go for it. If the score holds like this, we'll start the 3rd quarter with the mercy rule, which, Stephen, that means we'll be running a lot of ads after the game. That's okay. We'll have time. Sometimes we're joining Rex Nelson with the scoreboard show after 10 o'clock. Doesn't look like we'll be doing that here tonight. Empty backfield on 3rd and 7. Russell creeping up, going to show blitz. Marlott hit as he throws. Complete on the slant pass. No! They knock it away. Incomplete. A very late flag that just came in at the 21-yard line. The back judge throwing that one. Clock is stopped here with 22 seconds left. It's an incomplete pass. It would be a turnover on downs, but it's going to be a holding penalty against the Cyclones. And Coach Wheeler just turns and looks up at the sky. So what do we got to do here? I tell you, if that's what he's got to be concerned about, we're good. Up 41-3. Russell scored just about every which way they could. Of course, Tracy getting the score, but kickoff return, fumble return, big play to Caden Rose. 1st down and 10 for the Panthers, though, at the Cyclone 32-yard line. Again with the blitz on the empty backfield. Marlott throwing this slant pass. It's incomplete, and he threw it well behind his intended wide receiver, who almost bailed him out with a great catch, Majors. But that was way behind him, and he was open. Threw it behind him. You saw him. He kind of reached back with 2 hands, had 2 hands on it. But incomplete pass goes 2nd down and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Quarterback's been under a lot of pressure from our front. Doing a good job.
17.4 seconds left here in the first half. Clock is stopped. Marlott back to pass. No, he's going to turn and hand it off to Derwin. Why? They must use a timeout here. They're going to get a yard, and that's it. Ball at the 31-yard line. They've got timeouts to use, but the clock is rolling, and now they call timeout. I don't understand why they run the ball there. Maybe to catch Russellville sleeping, but I don't understand why they run it, and they're not right on there with a timeout. They let 3 more seconds run off the clock. There's 5.9 left, and they call the timeout. They've got 2 more remaining, but at best, they have 2 plays here. So they do have a pretty good field goal kicker, but, I mean, if they don't pick up any yards here, it's going to be a 48-yarder for Siloam. As it stands right now, Russellville has a 38-point lead. Even if they kick a field goal here, it'll be 35 points, which is the sportsmanship rule. So, and what that means is the clock will only stop on timeouts, injuries, and the scores. So it makes the second half go a lot quicker. Russellville leading here 41-3. 5.9 seconds left. Siloam. They are 0-3 in conference, but they did play Greenwood, but they lost 2 games at Russellville. Feels like they have a really good chance to win against Greenbrier and Lake Hamilton, both those at home. Russellville, on the flip side, have lost games to Little Rock Christian and Pulaski Academy. Two of their 3 losses. Mountain Home was the one last week. That was a heartbreaker.
They put more time on the clock.
Yeah, they did. 8 seconds. So 8 seconds left. Back to pass is Marlott, and he's going to be dropped for a sack back at the 36-yard line. And are they going to use a timeout? And I think they were trying to call timeout. Are they going to let it go out? No, they let it go out. They were sacked back at the 35-yard line, and that's how the first half will end. Well, and not a lot of holes in that Russellville team there in that first half. I mean, when you get the defense scoring a touchdown, the kickoff scoring a touchdown, big plays for the Cyclone offense there. And Russellville leads it here 41-3. We're going to take a break. It's halftime. This is Cyclone Football, the EAB Sports Network.
Score huge on select in-stock wheels and tires now at R&R Tire Express. Get a set of wheels for just $6 and score the extra point with a set of tires for just $1 more. That's right, score a touchdown. Get the wheels and tires for just $7 right now at R&R. Just $7 gets you started on select in-stock wheel and tire packages. So get off the bench and get in the game. Score huge now at R&R Tire Express. Now open on East Parkway Drive next to Starbucks in Russellville.
Mac Daddy's Old Town Meat and Eat on the Dover Square is serving up delicious home-cooked meals and entertainment for the whole family. It's just like gathering at Grandma's house, but with live bands on the weekends, karaoke on Tuesday nights, and lots of stuff for the kids to play on. So bring the family to Mac Daddy's Old Town Meat and Eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Mac Daddy's Old Town Meat and Eat, 9733 Market Street in Dover. Open Monday through Saturday, 6:30 to 9, and Sunday buffet, 11 to 3.
I'm Rex Nelson. People travel to Arkansas to experience its natural beauty. We even market ourselves as the natural state. Our landscapes not only make this state exciting to visit, but a wonderful place to live. Not to mention the positive impact tourism has on our economy. It's our responsibility to keep our environment litter-free. Let's do our part to keep it beautiful. Visit KeepArkansasBeautiful.com to get involved.
This message brought to you by this station, the Arkansas Broadcasters Association, and the Keep Arkansas Beautiful Commission.
Simmons Bank, nominated by Forbes magazine as a top U.S. bank, takes great pride in investing in our friends and neighbors. For more than 100 years, we've worked to make our customers' dreams come true, earning trust with convenient and reliable financial tools, checking and savings accounts, home and consumer loans, small business loans, and low-rate credit cards. Wherever you are on your financial journey, we're there with you every step of the way. Simmons Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender, subject to credit approval.
Just about everything going right for the Cyclones there in the first half as they lead at 41-3. And what's your thoughts of the first half?
Well, my thoughts is defense and special teams. I think they've just played an outstanding game. Turnovers, stopping Siloam Springs on fourth down, putting pressure on that quarterback. They've done it. They've done everything. So Foster's 86-yard kickoff return. I think it's been the defense that's really controlled this game, and the special teams, and just done a good job covering the receivers. But again, it's that pressure from the defensive line and the linebackers getting to that quarterback. He may get a pass off, but he's getting touched back there, and after a while, that begins to affect you. You throw the passes too quick, you throw them too high, and we're seeing that happening tonight. So defense and special teams to me, has controlled this first half.
Well, when you chalk up 2 touchdowns, one for each of those, sometimes you worry about your defense getting tired because, I mean, when they score, they have to go right back out there. When they give up a score but then run it back, they have to go back out there. And maybe your offense doesn't – you could say, well, offense not getting into a flow because of that. But the offense came back when they finally got back on the field, and they scored quickly. Just a really good first half for Russellville.
It is, and I like what Daniels did. I said it right after scoring. The thing about Daniels, he's such a smart runner. He doesn't get ahead of his blockers. He stays there. He's got patience. He waits for that opening, and then there's a burst of speed and the quickness. You can see that, especially on this 9-yard run for the touchdown. I think it's 9 yards. He followed his blockers, didn't get ahead of them, and was able to make it to the outside and score.
I'll give you some scores from around our conference at the half. Greenwood leading Greenbrier 21-0. We told you the Van Buren scores. They're leading Lake Hamilton there in the second quarter. But also Pulaski Academy all over Mountain Home in the second quarter. That's 28-7. That's going to help Russellville. They need, look, quite honestly, Coach Wheeler, even on the air, said Russellville probably needs 4 wins out of the last 5 games. And he said, but you got to take them one at a time. Sounds like a cliche, but that's what you got to do. And Russellville looks to be taking care of that, leading here 41-3. Other scores we have for you since we covered our conference. Let's cover some local teams. Dardanelle trailing Pea Ridge in the second quarter, 14-7. At the half, Shiloh Christian all over Clarksville, 39-0. Pottsville leads Bauxite at the half, 19-7. Haskell and Harmony Grove against Lamar. That looks like a good one. It's a 1-point game right now. Haskell, Harmony Grove leading Lamar 7-6. Atkins leading Perryville at the half, 10-8. Magnet Cove in the second quarter shutting out Two Rivers 27-0, and Hector early on leading Conway Christian 7-0. Right here it's 41-3 is our score. We're going to take a break. We come back. We'll give you stats from this first half, and also we're going to take a look at what's going on our campus, and also a little bit of Cyclone history. That's all coming up during our halftime show. Russellville leading it here 41-3. This is Cyclone football on the EAB Sports Network.
If you like supporting local small town, then you should go down to Funky Town Mall. We've got over 80 vendors from our very own community with tons of varieties such as vintage, antiques, collectibles, furniture, painted or stained, art, decor, holiday decor, glassware, pottery, farmhouse, jewelry, clothing, new, ancient, and worn, western bear frame, autographs, sports pictures, puzzles, kids' toys, sports trading cards, books, albums. Did you get all that? Well, I guess then you're just going to have to come see for yourself. We've got something for the whole family. 1612 South Arkansas. Like us on Facebook and see what's new, and ask about our shipping and layaway options. Come on down to Funky Town.
The Russellville School District is seeking route substitute and trip bus drivers. Route drivers start at $30.38 per hour with pay increases for years of experience. Substitute drivers make $30.38 per hour on routes. Drivers interested in trips earn $15.45 per hour for the duration of the event, and bus monitors can make $15 per hour. Route drivers and monitors are eligible for insurance and retirement. No CDL. RSD is a registered training site. Apply at russellvilleschools.net transportation page.
Oh, the smell of those charcoal grills. It's that time of year again when the nights are getting cooler and the trees are changing colors. I am Renata Jenkins-Bowler with Roller Funeral Homes, reminding us all with school back in session to watch and be careful for children in school buses, dogs being walked, and joggers. Also, this time of year has us getting ready for those tailgates and big games this week. So play hard, cheer loud, and drive carefully. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect.
Little Rock is where you'll be amazed by everything that awaits every member of your family. Explore sites like the Little Rock Zoo or hike to the top of Central Arkansas and Pinnacle Mountain State Park. Learn about the world around us at the Museum of Discovery. And at the Central Arkansas Nature Center, you can see alligators up close right in downtown. You can tour the Oval Office at the Clinton Presidential Library and walk in the footsteps of civil rights pioneers at historic Central High School. One experience and you'll be big on Little Rock. Learn more at littlerock.com today.
Welcome back. The Cyclones lead it here at the half, 41-3. We will start the second half with the mercy rule, and so the clock, it'll be a running clock for the most part. It stops on injuries, timeouts, and scores, so it'll be a quick second half. And over on the radio side, beginning at 10 o'clock, will be the Simmons Bank Friday night scoreboard show with Rex Nelson and Nate Olson. We'll be off the air probably long before that, barring something foreseen happening in the second half. We should be long gone before then, but do want you to tune in that to get all the scores. To mention you, I don't know if you're listening to us on the radio, 102.3 KCJC, or watching us on Cyclone Booth YouTube, but remember, you can get the EAB app and always watch us. And not just us, but you can watch Arkansas Tech, Arkansas State, and a bunch of different high schools across the states, all part of the EAB family. But if you're watching us on YouTube, you haven't already, please click the subscribe button, because what happens is anytime we go live, whether it's Cyclone football, Whirlwind football, volleyball, or even when basketball and baseball and soccer season starts, you'll be notified on if you want to watch or not as we go live. So we encourage you to click that subscribe button. Russellville leading here 41-3, an update at the half. Van Buren leading Lake Hamilton as they've extended their lead now, 42-14 for Van Buren. That's our opponent next week as Russell will go on the road to face the Pointers. Well, we want to talk to you a little bit about our Cyclone history that we always try to do, and just a little bit tidbit. Don't want to dwell on this, but, last week with that loss to Mountain Home, where Mountain Home thought they had scored the touchdown. It was 21-21. They ran out on the field to argue the call, didn't realize that time had run off the clock. The head coach didn't signal timeout. Somebody must have signaled timeout. Not sure where the timeout came from. They put time back on the clock and let Mountain Home try a field goal from inside the one. They kick a 16-yard field goal and win the game. Got me to thinking, hey, when was the last time a game was decided by a field goal, but had one better? And I thought, wait a minute, I remember something about this. I had to dive back into my guest color man that night, Freddie Heddle. I had to talk to Coach Jeff Holt, who's the assistant superintendent of schools now, but I talked to him, and this was all the way back in 2009. It was like my third game ever doing a Cyclone broadcast. At the time, there was no live stream. It was radio only, and Russellville had gone up to Fayetteville. And Russell was pretty good that year. They were 8-3-1. This was the one. They were trailed 26-9 late in the third quarter. Zach Hawker, though, had already hit 3 field goals of 31, 35, and 33 yards. In a comeback, he actually hit what some people say was a 52-yarder, some people say 55-yarder. It was more than 50, and it ended up tying Fayetteville 26-26. Now, Fayetteville was really good. They had Brandon Allen, if you remember him, who later would play with the Razorbacks. Russellville had tied the game, gotten the ball back, and it drove down and had gotten out of bounds on a pass play, and the sideline judge says there was time left on the clock. There was 1 second left. He was overruled by the white hat, who came in and said no time had expired. If they allowed time on the clock, it would have let Zach Hawker attempt a 50-yard field goal. And once again, he had already kicked one longer than that, that actually broke Greg Horn's record from when he had a 51-yarder back in 1986. But Zach Hawker never got to attempt that field goal, because after discussion, when one official said there was time, the other one said there wasn't, then they said there was no time, and the game ended in a tie. So that was the last time we can remember that there was controversy about time being left on the clock. And the one back in 2009, September 18th, and the one last week, neither one of them went Russellville's way. So that's your brief dive into Cyclone history. Do want to go over the stats for you of that first half and tell you that we are putting the stats on our Facebook page. We do that at halftime, and then we do it at some point after the game. If you ever want to go back and look at the stats, they will be there. But let's go over the game summary for you. Russellville leading, obviously, 41-3. The stats might look a little even at times, but remember, Russellville lost 2 possessions because of that kickoff return for a touchdown and the fumble return for a touchdown by the defense. But Russellville 8 first downs to 11 for Siloam Springs. Russellville 255 yards of offense, not bad when you consider they had 2 less possessions. Throwing the football, 146 yards, and they did rush over 100 yards, 109. Let's go individually. Luke Jones, 4 of 5, throwing the football for 100 yards and a touchdown. 2 touchdowns. Caleb Campbell got in the game through 1 pass. That one of 46 yards. He was 1 of 1. Carrying the football, Tracy Daniels, 6 carries for 45 yards and a touchdown. Ladarius Prince has a couple carries. Both those came on the same drive. He also has a touchdown run, 2 carries for 35 yards. The touchdown came from 11 yards out. And Mekhi Foster has a carry for 1 yard is what they had listed there. For the Panthers, Dane Marlatt throwing the football, 8 of 23 for 56 yards. They're throwing the football a lot more than what we thought. Jed Derwin has the most carries, 13 carries for 27 yards. Mason Short, though, 8 carries for 34 yards. Marlatt's had some sacks taken off his rushing total. Stuart Schwarniger has 4 catches for 23 yards for Siloam Springs. Total plays, get this, 48 total plays for Siloam Springs, just 17 for the Cyclones. Again, they have 2 more possessions. Turnover margins even as Russellville has fumbled one away. The Panthers fumbled one away, but now the Panthers did go for a touchdown for Russellville. Third down conversions, 2 of 3 for Russellville, 3 of 12 for Siloam Springs. Cyclones have been penalized 6 times for 66 yards. 4 for 25 for Siloam Springs. Siloam went for 2 fourth downs, converted one of them. Russellville did not go for a 4th down in that first half. Time possessions is awful for us, but I realize we're scoring quickly here. Russellville's had 2 scoring drives, 14 seconds, so their time possession 6:07 to 17:53 for Siloam Springs. That's your halftime stats. Russellville leads it, though, by a score of 41-3. We're going to come back. We'll come back after this break. We'll come back with what's going on across the school district, the campus, sports-wise, other than football. That's coming up. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Duval's Portable Buildings, the River Valley's oldest full-service portable buildings dealer. You'll find Burnett Affordable Buildings and C&H Carports for garages, barns, carport sheds, and more. At Duval's Portable Buildings, they believe in high-quality buildings that last and excellent customer service that makes a difference. Visit Duval's AffordablePortableBuildings.com or just stop by 4151 South Arkansas Avenue in Russellville today.
When it comes to buying or selling a home, there really is a better way. As soon as you start talking with our team at A Better Way Realty in Russellville, you're going to feel the difference. Imagine if you had a great friend in the real estate industry, someone who genuinely cared about you and your family and was passionate about taking care of you. That is the philosophy of everyone who works here at A Better Way Realty. We want your business because we earn it, period. Discover what experience and heart can do with A Better Way Realty. Find us on Facebook and see the difference. A Better Way Realty. Real estate done a better way.
Arkansas is sizzling, and Saracen's Summer of Sports Cars continues to keep the heat on with an iconic Camaro convertible from Botany Chevrolet. This is the last year for Chevy's classic Camaro, and Saracen Casino is the only place in Arkansas where you can qualify to win one tomorrow night just for playing your favorite games. Only 40 minutes from Little Rock, Saracen is Little Rock's closest place to play.
Saracen Casino Resort, Vegas, Arkansas style.
Gambling problem? Call 800-522-4700.
Are you looking for a place where your educational journey can truly thrive? Southern Arkansas University has helped thousands of people like you earn a degree. At SAU, it's not just a university, it's a supportive community dedicated to your success. Explore the accredited programs SAU has to offer, led by experienced faculty who are passionate about your growth. From business and biology to education and engineering, SAU provides a comprehensive educational experience. Join the legacy of excellence at Southern Arkansas University and take the opportunity to shape your brightest future imaginable. Your journey starts in Magnolia, Arkansas.
Welcome back. We're at the half. Russellville leading at 41-3. I want to talk to you about what's going on, other sports across our campus. We'll start with volleyball, high school volleyball. The Lady Cyclones split this week. They won at Van Buren 3-1. They lost at Greenwood 3-1 there, losing at Greenwood. They split with Greenwood this year. Remember, they beat them at home here, swept them 3-0. The Lady Cyclones are 11-4 overall, 6-2 in conference. This week they're going to be home on Tuesday against Greenbrier. I invite you to come out to Cyclone Arena and watch that. They'll go to Alma on Thursday. Junior high volleyball, coached by Cindy Williams. 8th and 9th grade team, both of them beat Bologna and Greenbrier this week. I believe they're going to be at Clarksville on Monday, and they'll have Little Rock Christian Academy here on Wednesday. Junior high football, the 8th grade team won at BB last night 16-6. The 9th grade fell to BB 44-6 last night. This Thursday is Colors Day. Both teams will host Bologna. 5:30 is the kickoff for the 8th grade game. 7 o'clock for the 9th grade team. 7th grade will be at Bologna on Monday. Now, in cross country, the Chili Pepper Festival in Fayetteville at the University of Arkansas's course. I think they're doing college tonight, high school tomorrow. Some of the best teams in the state come. It's a huge meet, and Coach John Frazier telling us all about that when that's tomorrow. Chili Pepper Festival, that's famous. It's been around a long time. Also want to send congratulations to Boundy Belenko and the tennis team. They beat Siloam this week. They did lose a makeup match to Greenwood and Van Buren. The Russellville tennis team will host the 5A West Conference meet on Monday and Tuesday. Monday will be at the high school for boys and at Arkansas Tech for the girls. On Tuesday, the 5A West will be at Arkansas Tech for the semifinals and the finals both for boys and girls. It will start at 10 o'clock. So at 10 o'clock in the morning, Monday, Tuesday, for the 5A West Conference Tournament. In golf, the Cyclone boys will be taking place in the boys state tournament. They finished third in conference at Mountain Home a couple weeks ago, and they will play at Alma's where the boys conference or boys state is being hosted. That'll be on Monday tee times beginning early in the morning on Monday. Well wishes to them, and I do want to send congratulations to the 4 Lady Cyclones representing the Russellville High School in golf. The Lady Cyclones won their first ever state golf championship, first time in state history and in school history to win the state championship. Susanna Manns led all scores with a low round of 73. It was a par 73. She shot even par. Now get this. We had 3 girls in the top 3 overall. That hasn't happened since 2009 when Greene County Tech did it in 5A and Conway did it in 6A back in 2009. But the top 3 spots get to go to overalls, and the top 3 spots dominated by the Lady Cyclones. Susanna Mann shot a 63. Chloe McSpadden and Macy Cooper, both juniors, shot an 83. Congratulations to them, along with Aspen Farley also for winning the 5A state championship in golf. Once again, congratulations to them, and boys will be heading that way, heading to Alma to compete in the state boys on Monday. That's a look at what's going on across the campus. We're going to take a break, and right now they showed about 90 seconds left on the clock, but the team's coming out back onto the field, so usually they give about 3 minutes left. So we're still a little ways away from the second half. Russellville leading 41-3. We come back, we'll give the scoring summary and have the second half for you. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Mr. Brake and Lube wants you to know when it comes to your engine, not all motor oils are created equal. That's why they only offer name brand motor oils that you can trust, like Pennzoil, Castrol, Mobil One, and more. So don't pay top dollar for cheap generics. Mr. Brake and Lube can work your vehicle pretty much bumper to bumper, plus complete auto glass service. So call 219-5438 or visit 1415 East Main Street. Mr. Brake and Lube, your one-stop maintenance shop.
Would you rather pay 75 cents for a steroid injection or $350? $10,000 for a pacemaker or $100,000 for the same exact pacemaker? Crazy questions? Actually not. I'm Becky with HealthPlanLady.com, and these are real situations. With healthcare costs superinflated, made up, and hidden, it is no wonder my clients call it legal theft. If you have a health plan with a big name company, call or text now, 479-886-2475, HealthPlanLady.com. I'll treat you better.
What does it mean to be taken care of? And to know that the people around you are taken care of too? What does it feel like to trust that you'll be able to get health care, to prevent illness, and to help you heal? Arkansas Blue Cross and Blue Shield has been taking care of Arkansans for more than 70 years, providing health insurance and peace of mind, so you and the ones you love can live your best life your whole life long. Take good care, Arkansas.
We all have our traditions, from Friday night lights to Saturday morning hunts. These are the traditions we pass down to the next generation. Now, we might have hung up our cleats a long time ago, but come tomorrow morning, we can still put on our camo and hunter orange, because some traditions last a lifetime. Get your hunting license and enjoy a season of memories, both on the field and in the woods. This message is brought to you by the Arkansas Game and Fish Commission. Hunt natural.
All right, the Cyclones leading here 41-3. We'll give you the scoring summary for the first half. It's 21 points in the first quarter, 20 in the second. Luke Jones hit Abel Abington to get Russell on the board first. A 15-yard touchdown pass, 57-yard drive in 8 plays in 2 minutes and 51 seconds. And that 2 minutes and 51 seconds was actually the longest drive that Russell had. So Lisa added the extra point. With 4:55 left to play in the first quarter, Russellville led it 7-0. Cyclones wasted no time. When they got the ball back, they were at the 35-yard line of Siloam Springs. They go 35 yards in 2 plays. Ladarius Prince carries it from 11 yards out to get his first touchdown as Russell Cyclone. Just took 29 seconds, and just like that, after Solis added the PAT, it was 14-0. And then Jed Derwin ran 10 yards for Siloam Springs, fumbled the football, was picked up by Bo Mosley at midfield, and he raced 50 yards down the left sideline and in the end zone for the score, made it 20-0. Fernando Rodriguez added the extra point, and just like that, Russellville led 21-0. That's how the first quarter ended. Siloam Springs did get on the board after a 71-yard, 14-play drive in 5 minutes and 5 seconds. Anthony Sandoval added a 32-yard field goal to make it 21-3. But then Russellville came right back on the ensuing kickoff. Mekhi Foster, 85-yard return for the touchdown. Rodriguez's extra point was blocked. Russellville led it by a score of 27-0. And then we had touchdown pass from Luke Jones to Caden Rose for 65 yards. That was a 65-yard drive in just one play, 34-3 after the extra point. And Tracy Daniels got his first touchdown of the game from 9 yards out after a big pass play from Caleb Campbell down to Mekhi Foster. 80-yard drive in just 3 plays in 52 seconds. Rodriguez added the extra point, and Russellville leads it 41-3. Now we're ready to start the second half. So Russellville will get the ball to start the second half. Once again, we tell you that it will be a quick first half because we will have the mercy rule going. And it looks like they're not an onside kick, but it is a squib kick, and it's going to go out of bounds. And Russellville will have it after they say call it a flag, and it is a flag, but it's a spot foul. It's not even really a penalty, as Russellville will have the ball. You get 3 options. You can either move them back 5 yards, have them kick it over. You can take the ball where it goes out of bounds plus 5 yards, or you can take the ball at the 40. They call it a false start, but it's a spot foul, and so that's what Russellville will take over here. I'm going to put it down at the 42-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 42-yard line for the Cyclones.
And so Russell will have it 1st and 10 from the 42. Pistol formation. Campbell still in there. He gives it to Ladarius Prince. Big hole. He's at midfield. Cuts back at the 40, 35, and can't break that tackle because they grabbed a space mask. There's going to be penalty yards tacked onto that.
Yeah, 2 flags came out on that one.
Big run by Ladarius Prince as he gets into Siloam Springs territory. And a face mask penalty as that's the only way they could tackle him, bring him down there. They're going to mark it from the 34-yard line, a 24-yard run, and then a penalty on top of that, be putting it down at the 19. And so just like that, Russellville into the red zone again tonight, leading at 41-3. Again, the clock will not stop unless it's a score, a timeout, or an injury. Caleb Campbell will move Prince to his left, 2 receivers to each side. Caleb going to give it to Ladarius. He started to the right, cuts back to the left on the counter play, and he spun down at the 16-yard line. Pickup of 3 on the play.
You like the way Prince ran. He started to the right, nothing there. So he just came back down the line of scrimmage looking for a hole and found a little one.
Yeah, I think Russell, no reason to not stick with these guys because you want to get them some reps, and also you want to stay healthy for next week when Russell goes to Van Buren. 2 receivers each side. Now Prince will motion out of the backfield to the left side. Russell's going to get flagged for a false start. As a receiver started in his motion, it's going to push Russellville back 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 12 coming. That's the 7th penalty on the Cyclones for 71 yards.
You're not supposed to stop.
Yeah, they're not stopping the clock. Yeah. They are stopping it. They're not supposed to, but they should have it going. And even now, they haven't started it. The official, the White Hat's trying to keep it going. He's like motioning, start the clock, start the clock. They still haven't started it. Start the clock. Campbell is going to hand it off to Prince. No, he's going to keep it himself, throwing out in the flat, complete pass inside the 15 to about the 13-yard line. And I think that's Warnock Howell. I'm having a hard time seeing the numbers, Howell, out there, but that is Howell. And so that'll put him down at the 14-yard line and pick up a 7 on the play. 3rd down and 5. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Russell needs just inside the 10 for a 1st down. Campbell will hand it off to Prince running left side. He's got the 1st down and more. Cuts back at the 5, spinning his way into the end zone. Ladarius Prince, his 2nd touchdown for the night. This one comes from 14 yards out. Russellville leads at 47-3 on a quick touchdown drive. Fernando Rodriguez on to try the extra point for the Cyclones. Rose still the holder. This one low, but it's through. Nope, Russellville missed it. It's going to be wide left. So 47-3 is our score. It stays that way. 10-17 left to play here in the third quarter. We'll take a break. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Quarterback, guard, running back. Every position has a role in building success. If you want a position where you can build success in your own career, Lexicon is hiring welders, millwrights, and many more positions. We offer free on-the-job training through our own Lexicon University so you can learn while you earn and build the career you want. Competitive pay, a great health care plan, paid vacation, a sweet 401k plan, and more. Find out more at lexicon-inc.com/football.
Your best life begins with your healthiest life. At Baptist Health, you'll find the comprehensive care you need for every person in your family. From pediatrics to primary care to women's health, we're equipped to partner with you in every phase of your wellness journey. You'll also find Baptist Health locations and clinics across the state, ensuring we're always there for you, when and where you need us. Learn more about the state's most trusted name in healthcare, locate a clinic, find a provider, and more at baptist-health.com.
ABC Children's Academy.
Scoots along the turf, picked up at the 28-yard line, running laterally. They may have the edge here across the 40, 45, and brought down at the 46-yard line. So pickup of 18 yards on the return.
D.A. Reed and Abel Abington on the stop. It will be first down and 10 for Siloam Springs.
Siloam Springs will have it at their own 46-yard line. 18 yards on the return. They do put it down at the 46-yard line. That's where the Panthers will start. Now they get the clock going. I think they had a miscommunication there, trying to start that clock. Russellville leading at 47-3. We'll give you the scoring drive here in just a moment. Short on the carry, and he'll be upended after a pickup of 1 at the 47-yard line.
Good open field tackle.
On the scoring summary there, Russellville goes 63 yards in 4 plays. Ladarius Prince, a 14-yard touchdown return. The extra point was no good. It's the second one missed tonight. There was one missed earlier due to a block. Second down and 9 for the Panthers at their own 47-yard line. Schwarberger in motion. Short gets the call straight up the middle, and he'll be stopped shy of midfield. They're going to put him down about the 49-yard line and bring up third down for the Panthers after the 3-yard pickup.
Cassius Foster first among the Cyclones.
Short now 38 yards on 10 carries. Rushing up to the line of scrimmage here as they have it at the 49-yard line. 3rd and 7. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. They got the S back. Hard count. Russellville jumped but did not get in the neutral zone. 8:44 left to play here in the third quarter. Again, mercy rule in effect as Russellville leads at 47-3. Counter play short. He's got a little bit of an opening to get into Cyclone territory, but not much after that. He's going to be stopped at the 48-yard line. It'll be 4 more yards for a first down, and I figure they're going to go for it here. 3 yards on the pickup for the sophomore, Mason Short. He's taken over at running back when Jed Derwin fumbled, and it was turned for a touchdown. However, Short comes out, Derwin back in at running back, and we'll see what Dane Marlatt, the quarterback, number 11, does. First hard count. Russellville not biting. 14 seconds on the play clock. He's changing the plays. He's walking up to talk to the offensive line. 9 seconds now. Here's the snap, high snap. Gets it to Jed Derwin. He's going to be swarmed. Somehow gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's going to be it. And Russellville has answered the call and gotten the ball back, turning it over on downs. 7:48 left to play here in the third quarter, and the Cyclones will take over at their own 48-yard line.
Yeah, number 40, Parker Teague, was the first one to meet the ball carrier. However, behind the line of
hang
scrimmage.
on a second, we got a flag. Now, they've already moved the sticks, and we got a flag. It looked like they're going to be marking it off against Siloam Springs. The white hat threw the flag, and it is going to be against Siloam. They can put it down in Panther territory, some sort of personal foul. Put it down at the 37-yard line. All right, so Russellville will start at the Panther 37. That's not their best starting field position. They started at the Panther 34-yard line. Campbell in at quarterback. He'll turn to hand the ball off, running laterally and being tripped up at the 39-yard line. The running back for Russellville. However, we have a penalty flag on the play, as that was Franklin Guzman, number 22. End up losing yards on the play, but we'll have to see. The umpire threw the flag. It's usually in the area of holding, but
flag on the play.
We'll have to wait and see. The flag is at the 35. Game getting a little sloppy here with some flags. It's going to be against the Cyclones. I couldn't tell. Did he say illegal shift?
I think that's what he said.
I couldn't tell. The flag is right around the 35. The ball is at the 39. Russell lost 2 yards on the play. They're still standing at 39, which makes me think they're trying to talk about, is this going to be after the play or tacked on to line of scrimmage? I have no idea what's going on here. I don't mind saying it. Yeah, it's a.
It can't be illegal.
What's a 10-yard penalty? No, 15-yard penalty. It's going to move us all the way back into our territory. We're just going to have to wait and sort this out. Puts us at our 46. It's a 15-yard penalty against us. And they down counted, so it's 2nd down and 27, so it was after the play.
After the penalty, 2nd down and long.
Delay blitz. Russell going to run it up the middle with Guzman, and he'll get into Panther territory. Be stopped at the 49. Pick up a 5 on the play.
3rd down for your Cyclones.
And 3rd down and 22. Russell needs the 27 of Siloam Springs for a 1st down. Russell milking the clock. No reason to go quickly here, but you do want to keep that tempo because Russell doesn't have the starters in here. I think it's the best kind of game we could have to get a little more healthy. Rolling out of the pocket is Caleb Campbell, throwing on the move. It's complete at the 39-yard line and pushed out of bounds. It'll be shy of the 1st down there for the Cyclones. I think they went to Julius Thompson.
It
is, number 88.
Okay. Thompson with his first catch as a Cyclone. Gets to the 40-yard line. Pickup of 9 yards on the play, 4th down and 13. And again, they're not trying to run up the score, but again, this is no man's land. This is a 57-yard field goal here. You don't want to try to kick that. You don't want to punt from the other team's 40. Might as well go for it. Just chunk it down there. Russellville needs 13 yards for a 1st down. 4th and 13. Campbell back to pass. Boy, plenty of time. He's going to sling it right side. Complete to Warnock Howell. He steps out of bounds, but not enough for the 1st down. He gets to the 32-yard line, but going to be well shy of the 1st down, and Russell's turning the ball over on downs unless there's something wrong there. Okay, they've got it 4th down now. They keep it at 4th down. So have we been wrong this whole time?
I guess they didn't lose the down.
Yeah, I guess not. So now it's 4th down. But the yard marker on the far side had it 4th down. So we'll take it now. 4th down at the 32. Man in motion. That is Thompson.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think he moved across. No flag, though. Throwing completed pass to Thompson. He's inside the 25 to the 23. Russell's got the 1st down.
I shouldn't have said uh-oh. I'm afraid the official might have heard me, but I think he broke toward the line of scrimmage.
We'll take it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Russell's got the 1st down. It's their 13th one of the game, and that 1st down sponsored by Better Way Realty. Real estate done a better way. Russell, not many 1st downs in this. In fact, Siloam had more. Russell just scoring quickly and scoring big plays. You don't get a 1st down when you score a 65-yard touchdown pass. Guzman, the carry right side, not much there.
Franklin Guzman.
He's fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage. He paid for it. 2nd down and 10. Guzman now 3 carries for 3 yards. Russellville leading 47-3, under 5 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Again, we started this half with the mercy rule. Russell's already tacked on an extra touchdown here in the 2nd half. Guzman staying in there, running back, shading Campbell to behind him to his left. He'll get the call once again. Here's a big hole. He's at the 20, into the 10, 5, touchdown. Franklin Guzman, his 1st touchdown as a Russellville Cyclone.
And I don't think anybody on that defense touched him.
Credit that offensive line for a big hole there as he carries it in from 23 yards out, and Russellville leads it 53-3. Rodriguez on to try the extra point for Russellville. This has really been the only weak area for the Cyclones. We've missed one and had one blocked. But the Cyclones leading at 53-3. Rodriguez's extra point is good. 54-3. The Cyclones lead at 4:24 left to play in the third. We'll take a break. This is Cyclone football on the EAB Sports Network.
ABC Children's Academy is currently enrolling with 14 locations in Pope, Johnson, and Yell County. ABC provides all-day childcare, as well as a variety of enrollment options for families, including Arkansas Better Chance for ages 3 to 5, plus more. Visit abcchildrensacademy.com for more info, and come by their central office on 4th Street in Russellville to apply in person, or call 567-5650. ABC Children's Academy, changing our world one student at a time.
Experienced installers needed. That's right. Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air is needing experienced installers. Candidates must have a minimum of 2 years experience with HVAC installation, must have a valid driver's license, and be able to pass a drug test. Serious inquiries only. Contact Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air at 479-964-4004 or drop off a resume at their office. Arkansas River Valley Heating and Air is an equal opportunity employer.
Russellville goes 52 yards in 7 plays. Guzman, a 23-yard touchdown run. Fernando Rodriguez added the extra point. Russellville leads at 54-3. Well, you try to pump the brakes a little bit, but Russellville scoring with a lot of their second and third stringers. Here's the kickoff at the 30, swarmed at the 33-yard line. There's not much doing there. 3 yards on the return.
Good coverage.
Lynn on the return. Cassius Foster first on the stop. Will bring up first down and 10 for
at the 33-yard line for the Panthers. Clock rolling, nearing 4 minutes left just in the third quarter. The Cyclones lead at 54-3. Well, Russellville last year scored 55 points against Siloam. That's actually the second time that they've scored that many on the Panthers. The most points scored in the game is 97. 1921 Cyclones beat Pottsville 97-0. They actually beat Ozark earlier that year 91-0. Short's going to carry for Siloam Springs. He'll get across to the 37-yard line. A pickup of 4 on the play.
Aiden Payne and JC
I don't think we'll get to that mark.
For the Cyclones. We have a winner.
Second down and 6 for Siloam Springs. Again, Russellville will travel to Van Buren next week.
Get your tickets ready.
It'll be the 69th meeting between the two teams. Russellville's won 33, Van Buren's won 30, and there have been 5 ties. On second down, counter play, short. Big hole, he's got the first down, cuts it back to the right side. He's 45-40, 35-30, cuts back at the 30. He'll get to the 25, 22-yard line. A big gain there from Mason Short. And I know you're like, okay, we got to get this game over with, all that stuff, but you don't want to give up big plays like that. You want to hold them down, and that's a 41-yard run there for Mason Short, who's got a game high, or his career high, 85 yards rushing in a game on 13 carries. First and 10 for Siloam Springs at the Russellville 22-yard line. And now here's Jed Derwin back in the game. He'll carry forward to the 16-yard line as Short's getting a rest after that big gain. 6 yards on the run. It'll be second down and 4. Jed Derwin, 33 yards on 15 carries. But this is the most carries Mason Short had in the game and most yards. Siloam now taking their time as they're once again in the red zone here of Russellville. They have it second down and 4 from the Crimson Cyclone 16-yard line, nearing the 2-minute mark. Derwin getting the call. Started left side, cut it back up in the middle. He's got the first down to the 11. And again, usually they stop the clock to move the chains, but not with the mercy rule going. Russellville comfortably up 54-3.
The winner of ticket number 5280.
It's been a while since Russellville's put the mercy rule on somebody. Well, I guess last year Russellville led Siloam Springs 35-0 in the first quarter, so it's been a year. Here's Short. He carries right side. He's to the 5. Going to be drugged down there. He got to the 5, and Russellville just pulled him backwards after that. But he picks up 6 yards on first down.
Siloam Springs may have found a new ball carrier.
Yeah, 91 yards. So far in this game, 14 carries. Again, hidden yards for Russellville. You go to our Facebook page and see the first half stats. It's I mean, you got a touchdown by the defense, touchdown by the special teams in there. So there's some hidden yards there. They give it off to Short. Nothing doing there on second down. He's going to be stopped at the 5-yard line. Third down and 4 from the 5 coming for the Panthers.
Short taking his time getting up. I don't know if he's hurt or.
He took a big lick there. Russell stacked him up.
Oh, the quarterback's coming out.
Well, they ran this before with number 28 Braxton Majors in the Wildcat formation. When they did, he ran the football, but he's got Short to his left. Majors will fake it. Majors going to keep it himself. He runs straight forward. Don't think he got in the end zone, but he's got the first down inside the 1-yard line. So they'll have it first and goal from the 1. As Majors, number 28, carried there. Russell's kept him out of the end zone for most of the game and through 3 quarters because we're winding down here. And through 3 quarters of play, Russell leads it here 54-3. We'll take a break. Siloam will have it first and goal from our 1. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Johnny Story in with a thought from Alathus Realty. With years of experience, knowledge, and a network of relationships, they ensure you'll get the most for your house. So when it comes time to put that property on the market or begin looking for that next dream home you have, don't delay. Call Brent Preddy and the professionals at Alathus Realty Russellville, 968-5668, or check them out, russellvilleliving.com.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, we're more than just tires. Consistent, responsive, honest and fair. What makes us different? We're the ones who care. Trust our experience to know what you need. Professional and fast, see what we mean. Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, we're more than just tires.
Arkansas Tire and Auto Service, 2304 East Main, Russellville.
Well, Cyclones are up here by a score of 54-3 as we begin the last quarter of play. Siloam Springs, though, Russell wants to keep him out of the end zone. First and goal for the Panthers at the Cyclone 1-yard line. They ran the Wildcat for this. They're not going to run it here. They're going to run a formation with 2 fullbacks, 1 on each side of the quarterback. Get it off to Derwin, straight up the middle. He's in the end zone easily for the touchdown. The first touchdown for Siloam Springs. Jed Derwin scores from 1 yard out. That makes it 54-9 Russellville. They're going to come in and bring the extra point kicker here. Anthony Sandoval. They connected on a field goal earlier with plenty to spare from more than 30 yards out. And the extra point is good. We'll take a break. Russellville leading at 54-10. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
Farmers Co-op located in Russellville. Don't forget their Danville location. Mike Applesalong. Mike, it is that time of year when feed is very, very important.
It sure is, and make sure that you've got your animals' needs taken care of, protein levels met, and all those things that you look for when it comes this time of year.
Farmers Co-op. We're located on East Main in Russellville. Don't forget their Danville location.
Back to school season is here, and Burris Into Market has your school supplies covered for students and teachers, plus they can deliver to your office. So whether you're in need of a new office chair or a whole new office, Burris Into Market has local folks who can guide you every step of the way and take care of you like family. Burris Into Market, your back to school and more store, 1419 East Main, Russellville, or call 968-4888.
54-10, the Cyclones with the lead.
KC, Dardanelle, Russellville.
You guys play the best country of all.
River Country. KCJC.
Sorry about missing that. We had an onside kick, and Siloam Springs just recovered it. And so after the touchdown by Siloam Springs, Russell's just turned the ball over on the onside kick, and Siloam will have it at their 46-yard line.
Yeah, it hit one of our up men right in the chest and just shot away from him. And he didn't really have a chance to recover it.
It goes as a turnover, though. Russell turns the ball over, and Siloam will have the ball. at their own 46. They just scored a touchdown, and now we have a stoppage of play and a timeout by Coach Wheeler and the Cyclone defense. We're going to keep it right here because we want to tell you about the scoring summary. 67 yards on 8 plays for Siloam Springs. Derwin carried from 1 yard out. Extra point by Anthony Sandoval was good. The drive took 4 minutes and 29 seconds. Siloam's first touchdown. It's their second scoring drive of the game. They had a 32-yard field goal back in the second quarter by Anthony Sandoval. Russellville, though, comfortably up 54-10, a 44-point lead for the Cyclones. Greenwood shutting out Greenbrier in third quarter. PA and Mountain Home, that's one we were kind of watching. Mountain Home was talking a few weeks ago they were going to upset either Greenwood or PA. On first down for Siloam Springs, they'll run the cutback play. And dodging 3 tacklers is Short and somehow gets an extra yard out of the deal. He only gets to the 49, but that was a pretty exciting 3-yard run. J.C. Carter in on the stop. Pick up a 3, second down and 7.
Wheeler's probably not happy that we missed him 3 different times, but
35-0 is the score. Greenbrier trailing Greenwood in the fourth quarter. Van Buren leading Lake Hamilton in the third, 42-14. PA and Mountain Home still at the half. PA leading 28-7. Second down and 7 for Siloam. And they're going to hand it off on the draw play to Short. And he's into Cyclone territory. He gets the first down, tackled at the 43. And he's over 100 yards now as he gets 9 yards on that carry. He's at 103 on 17 carries, his first 100-yard rushing game.
Yeah, that stop was by number 25, Reed Jackson. Get to call some names we haven't called before, and Coach Wheeler's getting to play some players that normally don't get out there. So it's a good game for that reason.
9 yards on the pickup, first and 10 for the Panthers. Russellville leading at 54-10. Under 10 and a half to go. Short to carry once again. And he gets through the line quickly and then gets hit by that second wave of Cyclones as he gets to the 38-yard line, but a pickup of 4 on the play.
I think Short's going to be able to sleep good tonight.
Yeah. He's taking a pounding.
He has.
Ball resting just inside the 38-yard line. 10 minutes to go in the game. Russellville leading by 44. It hasn't been close for a while. Russellville scoring on their first 2 possessions, and it's been a blowout ever since. High snap, they give it off to Short, and he'll weave his way for another yard, maybe 2, to the 36-yard line. I think this official over here is saying his knee was down short of that, so.
I think they only gave him a yard.
Third down and 5. They need the 32-yard line for the first down. They started the game going for it on fourth down, so you know this is 4-down territory for them. Short, he's got the first down on the third down plays. He gets inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Well, they're keeping it simple, and they're moving the ball on us. But again, they're no danger coming back. Again, we were talking about it. Get the win, stay healthy. That's what we got to do because we got a big game at Van Buren next week and then back here at home for homecoming against Greenbrier. On first down, boy, it was an odd snap. The quarterback able to handle it, just carries it straight up the middle. It almost like it was just floated back there. And their quarterback, Marlott, is a little slow to get up. He's shaking up a little bit on that play.
I don't think he was supposed to carry the ball, but
I don't think so.
Jackson Booger in on the stop for the Cyclones.
Ball's at the 28, inside the 28-yard line, but officially the 28. A pickup of 1 on the play. Marlott doesn't carry the ball much. In fact, officially coming into the game, he's had 7 carries for -4 yards, but does have a touchdown carry. Tonight, 4 carries for -11. Sacks come off your rushing totals in high school football. Counter play here with Short. He gets positive yards inside the 25 to the 23. Bring up third and short.
First in on the stop for the Cyclones. We're going up third down.
Nearing 8 minutes left to go in the game. Cyclones leading at 54-10. We'll have the Simmons Bank Friday Night Scoreboard Show coming up on 102.3 at 10 o'clock tonight. It'll go from 10 o'clock until midnight with Rex Nelson, your host, the voice of the OBU Tigers. along with Nate Olson of scorebooklive.com. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right for Siloam. Will bring the S back in motion. Straight up the middle for Mason Short, and he's got the first down, maybe. This official over on our side says he's short because he put him down just outside the 20, and he's going to be about 1.5 yards short here.
4th down for the Panthers.
4th down and 1, a long one. Actually, more than that. 4th and 2, officially. Russell stopped him on 4 downs before tonight. Let's do it again here. 3-man front. Short going to carry it, and he's hit at the 20, spins away, and he's got the first down, stacked up at the 17. Well, he put a hand on him before he got the first down, but he didn't go down, and got the first down at the 17-yard line. That's their 17th first down. They're beating us on first downs, but Russell's beating them where it counts, 54-10.
It'll be first down and 10 for Siloam Springs.
And that clock keeps moving, which is a good thing.
Yeah, we'll do that. 1st and 10 for the Panthers at our 17-yard line. Counterplay again to Short. They're not being fancy about it. Russellville's going to drop him for a 1-yard loss. Well, except for the busted play, that's the 9th consecutive carry if it wasn't for that busted play where the quarterback just kept it up the middle. So he's carried 9 of the last 10 plays, Mason Short. 24 times on the night for 126 yards. And he'll carry again. He breaks free at the 15 and going to be, no, he doesn't go down at the 10. He's got the first down inside the 5 to the 3.
Mason Short again on the run. Christian Stroud.
And he'll put it down at the 3-yard line. 15-yard pickup there for Mason Short. 1st and goal for the Panthers at the 3. Under 6 minutes to go. Russellville, though, leading 54-10. Russellville's going to pick up their 2nd victory of the season. Their first conference victory. Counterplay was Short straight up the middle, and he's going to be stacked up. Might have gotten a yard, but that'll be it. See, I really thought this is what they were going to do at the beginning of the game, but they threw the ball a lot more than what I thought they were going to initially. Maybe to catch Russellville napping, not sure. I can say this has been successful for them, but realize that Russellville's got a lot of backups in there. Right now, Russellville just wants to get through this healthy. But the Panthers, 49 carries as a team, 175 yards. They're 8 of 23 passing. They are looking at 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Under 5 minutes to go. Jed Derwin's back in the game. He's going to plow forward for the touchdown. Well, Mason Short's been doing the damage, but Derwin's gotten in and gotten 2 touchdowns. And he gets his 2nd touchdown of the night, 18 carries for just 41 yards, but it's good enough for another score. 54-16, though, as the Cyclones lead it. And they're going to bring on Sandoval to try the extra point. But the good thing is that ate up a lot of clock, 4:46 left. Sandoval adds the extra point, 54-17. 4:46 left. We'll take a break. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
4:46 to play in the ballgame.
Taking care of families. That's what the folks at C&D Drugstore have been doing in historic downtown Russellville for more than 6 decades when it comes to all your pharmaceutical needs. When it comes to compounding, special medicines, R.D. Walker and his staff are there to serve you. And most importantly, if you need delivery, if you need curbside pickup, you need C&D Drugstore on the corner of B and Commerce in downtown Russellville, a 60-year tradition.
The Cyclones lead it here by a score of 54-17. The Panthers scoring there. Remember, they scored a touchdown, then they got the onside kick. And that drive, 54 yards and 13 plays in 7 minutes, 7 seconds. So it's been a little over 11 and a half minutes of clock time before Russell's offense has been on the field.
And
that's
they're
okay.
going to go for it again.
Yeah, why not? Get some practice in here. But they got them spread out a little bit. Here's the kick. This one just kicked hard. It's going to be fielded by Kyron Clendenin at the 43. He's going to return it. He's at midfield. He's going to break free the right side. Cuts back at the 40. He's at the 35-30, 25-20. Down the right sideline, 10-5. Touchdown, Cyclones. Kyron Clendenin, his first score as a Cyclone, as he returns it 56 yards for the score. How about that?
And no flags. That's great.
He took that one at the 44-yard line all the way to the house, and it's the second score on the kickoff return team for the Cyclones tonight. Mackay Foster did it earlier, and Kyron Clendenin scores from 56 yards out, and Russellville leads at 60-17. Rodriguez's extra point is good. 61-17 with 4:36 left. We'll take a break. This is Cyclone Football on the EAB Sports Network.
At Centennial Bank, we believe serving our community goes beyond assisting with financial needs. We pride ourselves on being community connected and customer focused. Supporting our community starts with our employees. We enjoy rolling up our sleeves and helping make our community a better place. Our local bankers are a team that brings passion, pride, and dedication to our communities. That is why Centennial Bank is proud to support the place we call home. Centennial Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Chicken Mart, your local chicken and more store, has some great deals to feed your family on a budget while supplies last at both their Arkansas Avenue and Weir Road locations. Assorted flavored pork loins, buy one and get one free. Breaded chicken breast chunks, buy one bag, get one bag free. Breaded chicken breast tenders, buy one bag, get one bag for free. Breaded chicken breast fillets, buy one bag, get one bag for free. Supplies are limited, so get these deals while they last only at your local Chicken Mart, your chicken and more store at both their Arkansas Avenue and Weir Road locations today.
Cyclones lead it by a score of 61-17. Russellville scoring quickly again on the ensuing kickoff. 2 kickoff returns for a touchdown. I don't know if Russellville's done that since I've been doing these games. 2 of them. This one by Kyron Clendenin of 56 yards.
Yeah, he picked that up on the left side and went to the right side and right down the sideline. Able to score.
10 seconds on the return. Russellville going to kick off here, and Siloam will cover it at the 38-yard line. They'll down it right there.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, is that a record for Russellville being able to do that twice? Kickoff returns for scores?
I'm checking to see when the last time Russell scored in the 60s. They got 61 points here. We'll check that before we go off the air. We're scrolling, looking right now, so I'll have that before we go off the air tonight. Here's Jed Derwin, carries up the middle as he started from the 38. He'll get to the 42-yard line. A pick up of 4 yards
on the run.
I said Mason Short. Is it Mason or is it?
No, it's Short, and he's hurt. He's grabbing his left leg. Maybe a cramp.
Well, defender for Russellville was calling out help there. And if they're going to use Mason Short, I don't know why he's in there. I mean, I'm fine to see him, but he's got 147 yards and 27 carries. I don't think he's got much left to prove. So the clock is stopped here with 4:07 left as he picked up 5 yards officially on that play. Again, the conference tennis tournament will be in Russellville, hosted at Russell High School and Arkansas Tech on Monday and Tuesday, beginning at 10 o'clock in the morning. If you're not doing anything, come out and watch some tennis action.
Short's leaving the field. A little bit of help, but I think looked like the way he was grabbing his leg, it was a cramp, so hopefully he'll be okay.
On second down, Jed Derwin back in the game, the original starting running back, and he'll carry to the 47-yard line. Be third and short coming for Siloam Springs. They've kept it on the ground after they threw it around or attempted to a little bit, but then they've kept it on the ground since then. And as a team, 52 carries for 186 yards for Siloam Springs. Problem is, Russellville leading 61-17. On 3rd down and 1, high snap. They handle it, give it off to Derwin. He's got the first down into Russellville territory at the 47-yard line, 48-yard line.
Derwin on the carry again. Max Mitchell, first in on the stop for the Cyclones.
Cyclones will be back at home here, homecoming night, 2 weeks from tonight. Again, junior high will be here on Thursday night as it'll be Colors Day as they host Vilonia. Lady Cyclone volleyball team will be playing at home next week. A lot going on. Here's Derwin. He started left, cuts back to the right. Looked like he had a big gain ahead of him, but after he got 2 yards, he was picked up and thrown back down. And check that wasn't Derwin, that was Chris Huey on the carry.
On the stop for the Cyclones, number 23, Maddox State.
Pick up a 3 yards on the play. Jones again, and nothing doing on this one. It'll be no gain. 3rd down and 7 coming. Nearing the 2-minute mark, Russellville leading it 61-17. We'll have the post-game stuff for you, all the stats, and try to go through the second half of the scoring. Russellville led 41-3 at the half. They lead 61-17 here. They gave him the 44-yard line, so 3rd down and 6 officially. Here's the give once again, and he's got the first down. Just keeps churning leg. Forward, and it goes to the 36-yard line, enough for the first down. They're going a little quicker. I'm wanting to get in the end zone again. I say that, and then they slow up a little bit. 1.5 left to go. Russell's cleared out their coaches. They started down, including last drive, saying, obviously got this in the bag, so I think it's safe to say. Running back once again. He'll get inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Huey again on the run.
Pick up a 7 on the play.
Siloam again on the stop.
4 carries for 19 yards for Huey. But it's not enough for the first down. 2nd and 3 coming up. Under a minute to play. Cyclones with the lead. Going to move to 2 and 4 overall. 1 and 3 in conference play. Siloam Springs keep their losing streak alive. Huey the carry straight up the middle. He's got the first down, and he gets stopped at the 21-yard line.
On the run is no Castillo, first in on the stop of the Cyclones.
23 games in a row. They haven't won a game since 2 years ago in September. Odd is 3 years ago. Actually, 4 years ago, 2019, not only did they make the playoffs with a losing record, but they won a playoff game against Marion. It's Huey, the give, and he's going to be taken down after getting that first down carry. Get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe. I think they're going to say lost a yard. 10 seconds left, and Siloam's going to call it good right there. Cyclones win it by a score of 61-17. We're going to take a break. Come back with your post-game show. This is Cyclone football on the EAB Sports Network.
Russellville 61, Siloam Springs 17.
Quarterback, guard, running back. Every position has a role in building success. If you want a position where you can build success in your own career, Lexicon is hiring welders, millwrights, and many more positions. We offer free on-the-job training through our own Lexicon University so you can learn while you earn and build the career you want. Competitive pay, a great health care plan, paid vacation, a sweet 401k plan, and more. Find out more at lexicon-inc.com/football.
Legendary coach Paul Bear Bryant from Fordyce, Arkansas once said, "It's not the will to win that matters. Everyone has that. It's the will to prepare to win that matters." Congratulations to all the players and coaches who have put in the hours in the summer, in the weight room, in the film room, and on the practice field. I'm Congressman Bruce Westerman, and I approve this message because high school athletics prepares for victories on and off the field.
Paid for by Westerman for Congress.
Greenway proudly supports the DIYer in you. Whether you're a mover, a shaker, a groundbreaker, a risk taker, a challenge embracer, or a landscape visionary. Whatever the task, we've got a John Deere tractor that can help move your project forward. You've got work to do, so let's get started. Reserve yours today in store or at gogreenway.com.
Well, the Cyclones win it here by a score of 61-17, and we'll give you the scoring summary of the second half as quick as we can. Not that we're trying to rush through it, but it can get a little monotonous at times. And do first want to tell you that this is our Cyclone postgame show, and it's sponsored by Health Plan Lady. We treat you better. Well, Russellville led at the half, 41-3, and taking time scoring the second half. Russell went 63 yards in just 4 plays. Ladarius Prince, a 14-yard touchdown run. That whole drive took place a minute 43. The extra point was no good. Russell led it 47-3. Still in the third quarter, Russell got the ball back. They go 52 yards in 7 plays in 3 minutes and 24 seconds. Franklin Guzman getting his first touchdown as a Cyclone, scoring from 23 yards out. Rodriguez added the extra point. At the end of 3 quarters of play, it was Russellville 54, the Panthers 3. Siloam Springs got on the board twice in the fourth quarter. They had a 67-yard drive in 8 plays that ended in a touchdown, 54-10. They get the onside kick, score 54-yard drive, 13 plays, and 7:07 left on that drive, so 11 minutes on those 2 drives. And it was 54-17 on the ensuing kickoff. Kyron Clendenin, a 56-yard touchdown return. The extra point was good. That with 4:36 left to play in the game, that turned out to be the ending score as Russellville scores and wins it there by a score of 61-17. Your thoughts of the ball game?
Well, again, I think it was the